Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to another Q&A. Assalamu alaikum. Hourglass, how are you, inshallah?
Yes, salam alaikum. Peace be with you, brother. I'm good. All thanks and praises be to Allah. And you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine, thank you. Before we start, as usually, we say Assalamu alaikum to Ratna as well. Yeah, and we are going to again different topics. One topic I wanted to. Hello, my brother.
Hello, my future brother in Christ, and hello, Hourglass.
Hello.
Very good, guys.
Hello, my current brother in Christ. How are you?
Good, and you?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
I'm glad.
Yes, good, thanks.
Very good.
Hopefully this works. I'm trying to see if my camera still works, because last time
It's
I
perfect.
realized Muji. Yeah, but Muji was lagging last time, so hopefully
Really?
it doesn't lag this time.
Okay.
So that means my computer was too slow.
Okay.
I have to buy a new computer. I
All
just
right,
close stuff now.
I hope you get rich enough to buy it.
To buy a new computer.
Yes,
Hopefully.
of course. Okay. So, I would like to share something that I saw this week about. Unfortunately, it was very sad. Let me
Are
see.
we gonna cry, Muji?
I mean, actually, there are different things that I wanted.
Hello, Anton.
Hello, Anton. How are you?
I'm doing good, Anton. I hope you're doing good as well.
Yes, we are doing well.
Glad to be back. I was away, giving Muji time to miss me.
Yeah. Okay, let me see why it is. I have to.
Died in Gaza already. With Israeli
I'm
drones
so glad it doesn't lag.
This is the edge of the supposedly safe area called Al Mawasi that the Israelis have been encouraging Gazan civilians to flee to. These makeshift homes have been vacated because the war is getting closer.
Okay, I go forward. These people are
forwards.
People are moving out, and this group with white flag, they were going. I don't know. You have seen it or not? Anyone of you have seen this?
I haven't seen this.
All right.
No.
Okay, so they are going to actually pick up some of their stuff with white flag. So that's why we remember that those hostages were also killed waving white flag, which is killing them is a war crime.
Yeah, they killed their own people, Muji.
Yes, and
How stupid is that?
Yes, and look at here. They are going now. So these people actually are shooting randomly. They don't care. Anyone who moves, they shoot. Look.
To other family members and get them out of harm's way.
They want to bring their two family members from their homes, which have been left there. So they want to go there with the white flag.
عند الحجة واخويا وعنده حوالي 50 نازح او 70 نازح موجودين في البيت الثاني اللي يخش علينا اليهود طلعونا واخويا ما طلعوش بدنا نروح يعني نطلع ان شاء الله.
The interview complete, our cameraman walked away. And then this happened. The interviewee had been shot and fatally wounded. You can see them place their flag on his chest. As he was carried away, the white flag was turning red. Carry him, they've killed him, yells this youth. Then suddenly, more gunfire. They scream at a child, telling him to find cover. By this stage, the man's wife, his widow, has heard what happened. And as she rushes to the scene, she meets the party carrying away the body on a makeshift stretcher. When they're satisfied they're a safe distance away, they stop. And the mourning starts. These tragic scenes have been repeated time and time again since this war began. At one point, they tried CPR, but there was no bringing him back, his husband and father. Yet another innocent Palestinian civilian killed while posing no threat.
I don't know, actually. Yes, Israel has said that the video has been edited, okay? Yes. There is a edit there, okay? So I don't know, actually, because I want to be on the safe side, okay? I don't want to accuse even the devil for something that they haven't done, but there is an edit there, okay? Wait.
Muji, how much propaganda do you think both sides spread?
Yeah, they do both sides, actually, yeah.
Do you think both their
Oh.
sides spread propaganda?
Yeah, yes, of course, especially, I mean, both sides, I cannot say especially, but definitely I cannot trust Hamas either, okay?
Mm.
So I muted, yeah, let's see. Here the cameraman goes, okay? And then here is he's filming, okay? Then we hear, and then this is the cut. That's the cut.
Suddenly,
Yeah, look.
he died, Muji.
Oh, wait. The cut was, the cut here, and then the cut was there, okay? So
Which one was it? If you can track the guy, there must be blood already if he got shot in the face.
no, it wasn't shot in the face as they showed. It was shot. He was shot in chest because they put the white flag on his chest.
On his head. They put it on his head.
No. Look, they put it on his chest. Now you see, okay? They put it on his chest. They said, and then when they, because on the head he should fall right away. Okay, so
But why did they put it on his head there?
Yeah,
But
no, look, the head is there. Okay,
yeah.
Here is the chest. Okay, so they put it on his chest, and that's why I say,
Looks almost like on his head.
yeah, but it is on the chest. But the thing is that I say they can be. I mean, I cannot say 100%, but the thing is that Israel also has done it. They have killed their own
It
even.
was their own people, yeah.
Yes, so it is possible, and it is possible that this, as they say, it has been edited. So unfortunately, but if it has happened, if it is the truth, then it is absolutely tragic. Hello, Gonzalo. Terrible pictures, yes. Gonzalo, I said, but there is something there which I cannot, 100% agree that it is true, and 100% agree that Israel is right, because they say the video is edited, and I saw there is a cut there. So why was that cut? We should see the
Yeah, that was unnecessary, kind of.
Yes, unnecessarily cut, because they had already shot. How he fell down, we didn't see that. Okay, so I don't know, was that cut important or not? Yes. So this was.
Muji, do you know of Hamas doing propaganda, like fake propaganda stuff, or?
I have seen from before, but I mean, Hamas is a terrorist organization, and it is can be definitely possible that they do such a things, because I mean, they are a bunch of mafia too, like Iranian regime. Okay?
What's the chances of them shooting their own people for propaganda video?
I mean,
like a prisoner, a prisoner of war, and you make him walk, and then you act like he's a. That's why they're holding their hands like this, and then.
There is a possibility. Yeah. I mean, I have heard that even they killed Palestinians who were supporter of Al-Fatah. Yeah, they were chewing down them when they had a fight against each other. I don't know which year was it? It was right after they separated. Yeah, West Bank and Hamas took the control of Gaza. That time they were okay. They are killing innocent people. Yes, they are doing, definitely. Yes, Israel is doing. If he's okay, it's true. Yeah, I said Israel has killed many people, thousands of people. That's for sure. It is in Hague as well now. South Africa is leading, but
About what, Muji? What are we leading in?
yes, it is South Africa that has brought this to Hague
Yeah.
tribunal.
But
Yes.
Muji, you have to understand, we have like a communist
Mhm.
state,
I know, but,
and
yes,
they are with like Putin.
I know,
They support Putin.
I know.
They support all Hamas almost. They want to try and support Hamas.
I know. I say I
Yeah,
have seen.
yeah.
They support even Iranian ISIS regime. I know that
Yeah.
left groups. Yeah, left groups.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna try and vote them out this time, Muji, but it's taking years to try and vote them out.
But look, but the thing is that let me first stop this sharing. The thing is that our glass went. I didn't know. Salam alaikum, Sayyid. Hello, Alika. Hello, welcome. So I say that what I was going to say about South Africa and the left groups, even if they are in that way, but it is Hague tribunal, so that's they cannot, buy that tribunal or do whatever they want. So if the tribunal says that Israel has committed war crime, which they have, and even Hamas has committed war crime, definitely, yes, we know that.
But
So,
Muji, did you see that, Muji? It actually backfired on Hamas. Hamas said, "Okay, we're gonna stand with whatever this court says." Muji,
okay,
whatever this court says, and then the court says, we're gonna investigate more that it might be a genocide. But you guys, the Hamas needs to immediately release all the hostages.
okay, yes.
No, we're not gonna stand.
And of course, they said that
They won, yeah.
They didn't accept the ceasefire
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
That they didn't call for ceasefire. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was something that I wanted to show. There was something else I wanted to show that made me very sad. This is hourglass. Yes.
Yes.
I was.
Yes, sorry, I had to leave because it was very,
Sad.
exactly. Yes.
It was propaganda, absolute propaganda, like Muji used to say.
No, I said hourglass. I said that there can be, it can be, a fake thing because there was an edit. There was an edit there, but I cannot say for sure. But you cannot add more crime to Israeli criminal acts by this one, as they have done a lot during all these years, and this time they are killing, innocent people. So it is one person killing one person extra. That's okay. Yes,
So
guys.
Muji might have spread propaganda.
No, I didn't.
Whole stream so long. He might have.
Yeah,
have.
what?
You never know.
Something that made me cry this week actually, was this video. It is a little bit old video, but it is from Belarusia, that they pushed immigrants towards, towards Poland. It is a war between Belarusia.
When was this?
Let me see the video. Okay, but anyway, I think it was last year. So I saw children, poor children with family. They are trying to pass to Europe in this cold, in the forest, and it made me very sad. That they are caught in the middle of this fight between countries, and they don't understand at all what's going on. So you see the tear gas and families. Look, you see the children in the parents have them. So I was very sad, and I was really, really, really crying. But what to do about
Yes.
all this injustice in the world.
Yes.
Lack
I
of
would
I
like
love,
believe that.
yeah, like
Muji.
Yes.
yes, of course, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, brother. Yes, I believe what we could do is, of course, pray to
Mhm,
God, and maybe, yes, I don't know much because, yes, we've seen a lot of media coverage, and unfortunately, yes, it looks very
mhm,
gruesome, but
mhm,
yes, this is the test, I believe.
mhm.
It's a test. That's my opinion. Yes, we should be steadfast in the prayer.
Yes, inshallah. Just
Yes.
last night we were talking to
Brother Rashid.
yes, on Brother Rashid's live stream,
Yes.
and then I left actually, and Brother Rashid was asking Syed some question about that hand chopping, you know,
Yes,
and
I had a few.
wait
Sorry.
just a moment. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed on Brother Syed. I have to say, yeah, you know why? Because Brother Rashid said that we don't, if we take it as chopping hands, Martin, it doesn't say, first of all, because in Arabic, he was reading and explaining, yeah, it doesn't say both hands, okay? Either one hand or both hand. If I want to apply this, Brother Rashid was saying, I don't know, I have to chop off one hand or two hands. Do I have to chop off from wrist or from elbow? Okay, this is not.
So you can choose, Muji.
Look, Martin, wait. Just a moment. Yeah, it is not
Yeah.
mentioned. So he asked Syed, okay, do you know is one hand or two hands? Syed's response was disappointing. He said, I think it's two hands, as if as you are going to chop off a cucumber. So it doesn't matter if you chop it off from here or there. Brother Syed, please, I beg you, if you want to talk about Allah's words, which in Quran he says that some pagans, he cursed them for putting words and say that these are Allah's commands, God's commands, that this is haram, that is haram, which Allah says that no, I have never said that. I have told you what is haram and what is not haram. So doing this also is a terrible thing that you say, I think it's two hands. It's, come on, it is a human hands. You cannot just say, I think so. If you are not sure, please then don't, talk about something that you are not sure about. Okay?
Yes. I have something to say on this matter.
Okay.
And I would like to ask a question to Martin because
Mm.
I've read in the gospel about Jesus, peace be upon him, who said, if your right hand causes you to sin, then chop it off, for it is better for you to live in this world without a hand than for your whole body to be thrown in hell. So would you believe that he would be okay with that chopping of hands, a thief's punishment? What would you
He was
say?
using a lot of hyperbole as well. Like he would say, if you do not hate your father and mother, you're not worthy of me. But it's compared to him. It the hyperbole works like I can eat a whole horse now. You understand? You're emphasizing how hungry you are. The same way Jesus emphasized how much your love for God should be against your parents. You understand? Your parents, it should almost look like hate against your parents compared to your parents. But other commands say you need to love your parents, and the same, you need to love God with all your strength, all your mind. And cutting off a hand is giving an illustration that you need to um, do anything possible to get rid of that sin, because it's better for you to be suffering without the hand than go to hell. But cutting off one hand is not going to solve the problem. You understand? You still have another hand, or pulling out the eye. It's not the problem. You still have another eye. You understand? So if the problem is inside you, you need some other solution. You understand?
Okay, yes, I hear you. Thanks.
Yeah, as I said as well, that by punishing people, you cannot solve the problem. As I gave this example as well, that Iranian regime is the top, executor in the world, and they execute more than any countries in the world. They have been chopping off hands. Uh, we will go through this as well after. So, and they have done a lot of terrible things, and nothing has been fixed. Everything has gone worse 1,000 times. Okay, so
Same with our government, Muji. Same with our government.
yes, so
Everything has
that's
become worse
yeah,
1,000 times.
yeah, that's I mean, these types of punishment to make people afraid and such a things is that the way of barbarians, which they were doing it in the past, not the way of wise people who say, okay, like the Swedish government, okay, we have to fix the problem of the society, but by helping the poor, those who are in the low class, so to make a better life standard for the people, you solve a lot of problems, which they have done it in Sweden, and they are much more merciful and forgiving than that God that unfortunately ISIS, Taliban, and these people believe in. Okay.
But yes, I believe that it's merciful as well, because if
Mhm.
somebody, let's say, has his hand chopped off, then he doesn't sin anymore. And if he sins
But
again,
brothers, let me see. To chop off someone's hands is, first of all, can you please describe for me barbaric? What you have to do to become a barbarian? Can you please describe for us? If somebody asks you what is barbaric, can you please describe for us? Burning people is barbaric. But how about chopping hands? How about crucifying? How about stoning? These are all barbaric acts. Or maybe you disagree. Can you tell me what is barbaric in that case?
yes,
Hmm?
I would say that being barbaric is it's when somebody would do something that is immoral, that is
Like what?
immoral.
Like
For
what?
ex-
Can you? Like
for example,
Ali Dawah was saying to what is it? Fornication is barbaric. Yeah. So you think that one is barbaric? That's look. This
it's
is the definition of barbaric acts. You can put it in Google. This is what the entire world, use it. It's not about what you think that barbaric act is, or barbarism is. Maybe
yes,
somebody think,
but
somebody think that barbarism is, let's say, eating pork, for example. That's barbaric. Okay, but that's not in reality that the common sense of the entire world. That's not barbarism. Barbarism is crucifixion, stoning, chopping hands, these brutal, barbaric acts and punishment. These are barbaric. So now tell me, what is
Muji,
barbaric?
would you cut off Hitler's hands, Muji? Would you
No,
cut
I
off
don't.
his-
I have said it many times. I have said it many times. Even Adolf Hitler. If you ask human rights organization, they say everyone has human rights. Human rights is not just yours or mine. Everybody, even a criminal, has the human rights. So the human rights, Hitler also, it is Islamic law, when you arrest Adolf Hitler, you have to be mercy to him, you have to give him food, you have to treat him well, and so on. Okay, so of course we keep him in jail, we don't release him because he's dangerous. Yeah, he's dangerous for the society. But when we see that he's not dangerous
Throw
for
him
the
in jail,
society,
Muji. And we
look,
throw a Quran and a Bible in with, and then you can figure
okay,
out what's right. And
yes,
then you'll
but
come out better
yeah,
after 20
but
years,
yeah, maybe
like Nelson Mandela.
yeah, look, I say, but if okay, if he's not dangerous for the society, I say release, yes, because it doesn't change anything for us. Okay, question for Muji and Martin: do you think there is intelligent design, or what, fine tuning, intelligent design?
Definitely.
I
Definitely.
mean, look,
Definitely, Muji. Even like our bones, I was watching now a few days ago about guys just explaining how awesome our bones work and how they build themselves the machines and everything building them. So if you put stress on a certain angle, then suddenly more bone gets built there. So if you apply pressure, it knows it needs to build there fast, and replaces the bone every few years or so. And that the amount of intelligence, the guy said, like, and I don't think he's even a Christian. I just think he was saying objectively that this is like far beyond anything we have designed, just to do that.
Yes,
And
as
fine tuning,
for-
definitely, there's a lot of fine tuning. Fine tuning in the universe. That's how you can figure out how intelligent something is, by checking how finely tuned something is. You need higher amount of technology, better technology to fine tune stuff. The better our technology works, the more finely tuned we can make stuff. So yeah.
Yes. As for barbarism, I believe that's the term. Yes, I couldn't define it properly, but it's on Google if somebody wants to look it up. But yes, about the chopping of the hands of thieves.
No,
I do not believe that this
But
is
I asked you a
barbaric.
question. No, I asked you a question, okay? That what you define, how you define barbarism, okay?
It's something that is evil, but if it's coming from
What
God,
is
it cannot
evil?
be barbaric. It has
What?
to be good. If it's
What?
from God,
It doesn't matter. Look.
it is good.
No.
It's good.
Okay. Look. If God says, if God says, rape a child, that's barbaric. Doesn't matter. Look, I was
But
going.
Muji, there's a difference, Muji. There's a
Wait,
difference.
I have to say this. Wait, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin, I'm a converted Muslim. Okay, I converted to Islam because everything makes sense for me. Okay, so when I read, Allah says, "I am the most merciful and forgiving." Okay, then you tell me that chopping of hands off of a person, okay, is not barbarism. Is not. It is merciful. Okay, I'm enough, adult and understand. I understand enough to know that this is contradicting, okay, the most merciful and forgiving, and all those verses that tells me to forgive, okay, to forgive a murderer, okay. So then suddenly for stealing an iPhone, I have to chop off someone's hands, okay. That contradict absolutely. So I'm not saying that if Allah says to be a barbarian, then because that's absolutely, I said this God, is out of his mind, because he say I'm the most
Muji, that's
merciful.
why I call
Wait,
him Satan, Muji. That's why.
Yeah. So I say that.
Stealing,
Yeah. So I
stealing
say
is barbaric.
no. Wait. I say that God who says that I'm the most merciful, then I find Swedish government more merciful and forgiving than that ISIS God. Okay. I say that God is ISIS. Okay. Because that ISIS guy says that, oh, God said to stone them to death. Okay. That ISIS says that, I don't know, killing apostate. It is the command of God. Okay. So we have to kill apostate. Okay. So you cannot just, I have told you, don't say your opinion. You have to bring the fact.
No.
Okay.
It's all the scholars, brother.
But
Every scholar.
No, but with every scholars, no. Don't say every scholars, because you even, not Sayyid, you even don't know the number of the verse. Sayyid was last night say to Brother Rashid, which verse was that? Excuse me, you haven't even read the verse. I have done my research. I have been researching the scholars who say that no, this is not chopping hands. I haven't counted myself 36 times the qat has been used in the Quran. I haven't read and wait. I haven't found myself that there are 120 times the word qat has been word hand has been used in the Quran. Okay, so these are those who have made research, those scholars, they have put it there, and I found it and I read it. Okay, we will answer because it is
I just have to say something.
Did you guys answer my
if the words, the verse says clearly, cut
we will
off a
answer.
hand,
We will
that
answer.
would be that would be very poor communication. Wouldn't you agree, Martin? If it says very clearly cut off the hand, so if it's not, then it's very poor communication from
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
agree.
wait.
Muji, see, Muji, I think the real problem is in the book. Hourglass is just trying to be a good Muslim, Muji. He's just
Okay.
trying to follow what Allah says, and God will sometimes, Muji, God will give us commands like He did to Abraham,
Okay.
that will be like sacrifice your son to me, Muji.
Okay.
Would you accept that, Muji? What
Well,
God said to Abraham?
yeah, because
He,
look,
his thoughts are like higher than ours, so he will sometimes ask us stuff that doesn't make sense to us
okay,
or
but no,
something.
look.
But
But he doesn't allow. He
yeah,
doesn't.
he doesn't allow it.
Okay,
But you need to trust him. You understand?
I know that. Okay, and look,
But
I
Abraham went, Muji.
yes,
He
but I
went. He
know,
was ready and
I
to
know.
give up his son for that.
I say that. I say that. That's.
You understand?
I know that he would never allow that. Okay,
Mm.
that's. And then I know what that.
That's why he stopped it.
Yes, and I know that sacrification. What is that sacrification? It doesn't have to be your, physical son. It has to be the most precious things in your life. That, for example, now your country has been attacked by Russia, then you have to send your children to fight. Okay, that's a sacrifice. All right. So you sacrifice in this way, not that you put and then chop off his head. Okay, this is sacrifice. So I have to present something because. Unfortunately, Hourglass, Syed, all of you, it is. You say that it is a poor communication of God. Okay, chapter 3, verse 7 explain how to read Quran and who can read and interpret these types of verses, which is unspecific verses of Quran. Somebody, unfortunately, like you, who don't know even the number of verse, okay, definitely cannot say that it's a poor communication because what is it, David Wood also say, oh, it is a poor communication. It is the way God it is the way God has sent his message, okay, that there are clear verses and there are unspecific verses that Quran says, chapter 3 verse 7 says, Hourglass, Sayyid cannot interpret these verses of Quran. So do you reject that?
yes.
You reject that. You reject.
No.
We reject chapter 3 verse 7. Yeah. Hourglass. No, Hourglass. Are you firm in knowledge? Can I ask you this question? Are you firm in knowledge that you understand the true interpretation of verse? Do you know the verse of the number verse chopping hands? Do you know which verse is that?
Yes, chapter 5, verse 38, but 1400 years of scholarship, that's what has proven that it is chopping of the hands of thieves.
No, but
sorry, but that's what it says.
Hourglass. First of all, you put the thing is that you avoid those scholars who say no, it is not chopping hands. Okay, you avoid them because those scholars who say chopping hands, they talk exactly the language you talk, the way you want, the barbaric way you want to solve the problems. Chopping hands of a human being is a barbaric way. It is the most brutal way, okay? And it's absolutely unjust. Your God has to be very unjust to chop off someone's hands for stealing one iPhone, and then the same thing for somebody who stole $3 billion or $5 billion. Okay, any rational person on this planet understand that this is not justice. Okay, this is absolutely unjust that you chop off someone's hands for I don't know if there was a child here and we would ask, could this Martin, do you think that a child would not understand that this is absolutely unjust, that you chop off someone's hands for iPhone and someone's for $3 billion stealing is absolutely unjust, okay? Because these two crimes are absolutely, different.
Yeah, Muji, I'm glad you can see through it, Muji. But if Hourglass was a Christian, Muji, he would never come and say to Muji, okay, we're going to chop off this guy's hands.
Okay.
Muji, he stole something.
He brought
you understand?
He brought
it's because it's from Allah.
In the Quran, the problem is in Quran, Muji. Not in the Hourglass or this guys.
Yes, Hourglass. Why you insist? Allah says in the Quran, wait, Allah says in the Quran, those pagans, they were saying things about Allah which they were lying, that Allah said this is haram, that is haram, and you say something that you have zero knowledge of it, and you say that this is from Allah. Just trust those scholars. That's those scholars who tell you that Allah has two hands. Do you believe Allah has hands?
I just have to ask you a question. Do you believe that all these Muslims for generations have been lied to?
Of course, they have been lying to us. That do you believe that Prophet Muhammad split the moon? Hourglass, do you believe he split the moon?
Not really, because the Quran is the miracle of God. But
no. Wait. No. Look, I have to ask you a question. Okay, if you don't believe that he split the moon, all scholars say that Prophet Muhammad split the moon. Then why you don't accept that one? Huh?
I haven't looked at the topic really.
Not that, but you have to know.
Not very thorough.
And almost,
I
tell you that. Wait. And I tell you that all those scholars who say chopping hand, they say also stoning adulterers is from Allah. Do you believe stoning adulterers is from Allah?
No, flog.
Why?
Just the flogging.
No. The verse was sent down and was eaten by a goat. No, tell me. No, the scholars, because you look, Hourglass, please. You told me something that you have to stand with it. Okay, you said scholars say this. Okay, you said because the scholars say, you cherry pick here because the scholars told you that the verse was eaten by a goat and it was in the Quran. Okay, it is in Sahih International. All of them accepted. I mean, those scholars that say chopping hands. So why you accept that one? Because it is because you like it. Because you like that one. You think that this is nice. This is good. This will make the society better.
It is
yes.
It is backed by the Sunnah and the prophetic way.
Yeah, stoning adulterers is also backed by the Sunnah.
But
there are so many verses. There are so many. What is it? Hadith about Prophet Muhammad stone people to death. Do you believe in them?
No. But
so why?
Why
cherry picking? Why cherry picking?
All the translators. Every translator has translated it as cut off the hand of
No.
It's in the Quran. It's clear.
No, Hourglass.
They knew Arabic better than
Hourglass.
us.
No, Arabic. You don't know anything Arabic, so because I showed you didn't know anything about Arabic. Okay, so it's not about Arabic.
The translators.
But why you go all the time?
Translators do.
But why you go all the time to that verse? I say they said Prophet Muhammad stoned people to death. Do you believe in that?
No, but the translators, all of them, they know Arabic. And
no,
they translated it as cutting off the hands of the thieves.
Hourglass. You know that you don't have the answer to my question. That's why you avoid my question. I am saying not about chopping hands. I'm saying about stoning adulterers. The same scholars that you trust. Saying, Martin, you understand? Let's see if he answered the question that I'm asking. The same scholars say that Prophet Muhammad stoned adulterers to death. Okay, one of them was a woman who came and then she was pregnant. Said go and deliver, and after she came again. Okay, I'm ready now to stone me. And then she said, no, okay, go and feed the child for, 1 year or 2 years. And then, after that came and said, okay, now stone her to death. So another one, there was another one, somebody came and said, oh, I committed adultery. Can you please stone me to death? And then, it is sounds like that, Martin. I have committed adultery. And then Prophet Muhammad turned his face that way. Are you mad? He asked him. No, I'm not mad. I have committed adultery. Then again turned his face that way, and then again he turned to him that please, I have committed adultery. Help me. And then he said that stone him to death. Okay. So do you believe that in these hadiths? Do you believe in them?
No, because it's not in the Quran. But
No, but
cutting off the hands of the thieves is.
look, they say it. They say it is not. They say it was the same scholars. You trust the scholars. You say they know Arabic. They know definitely Quran better than me. They are saying this. I can show you many comments I get. Yeah, that these they have PhD. They have been studying Quran so many years, and then you tell them that they don't know Quran, and Sunnah. You don't know anything. So these people say that the verse was in Quran. Why you don't trust them? They say it was in the Quran, but unfortunately was eaten by a goat. Okay, so why you don't trust them? And they say no, and they say Prophet Muhammad split the moon as well. It is in the Quran, chapter 54, verse 1. Why you don't trust them in that way? Tell me.
Yes, I haven't looked into the splitting of the moon, but as for stoning, it's not in the Quran because it's flogging. Maybe before the flogging verse was issued, perhaps it was the laws of the pagans at the time. I don't know. Brother Syed, what do you believe about stoning and all that? Peace be with you, brother.
Salam alaikum, brother.
Salam.
All brothers to salam.
Salam alaikum.
About
Salam
the
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. What was your question, brother?
My question is, let me ask. Wait, my
About
question.
stoning.
My question was that last night you say, I don't know, I think it is two hands. Is it cucumber that you want to chop that you think that it is two hands? When Brother Rashid asked you, how do you know it is one hand or two hands? Sayed, why you when you don't know something, is it cucumber that you have to cut that you say, I think it is two hands. It is hands of a human being that you are going to chop off. Do you know that, Sayed?
Okay. Brother, first of all,
Sayed, please. Do you know that it is a hand of a human being? And if you chop two hands, then you will be punished in the Qiyamah. Then you have no knowledge of that. And you see, I think it's two hands. When Rashid asked you, how do you know is it one hand or two hands? Because Quran doesn't mention. How do you know is it from wrist or from elbow? Because Quran doesn't mention. How do you know from where you have to chop off? Can you tell me, please?
first of all, I like to say, brother Muji,
Yeah.
we're going to be having different opinion about Islam. It's not possible. Whatever you believe, we also going to accept, or what I believe, you're going to accept. You have
Okay.
to realize that we are both different, and our understanding will be different. Brother, our glass have his opinion, and I have my opinion, and you have your opinion.
But you have to no, look. But wait. We are talking about the words of God, okay? So you cannot just come and say, I have this opinion that stoning adulterers is good. They will be afraid, and then yes, it was in Quran and it was eaten. You have to prove it, okay? You have to prove your what is it? Your opinion that it is according Quran, not according my desire. That I think it is two hands, let's chop off two hands, okay? So you have to know that Quran tells you one hand, Quran tells you two hands, Quran tells you from where, from wrist, from elbow, that Brother Rashid was asking you. You have to know all these things before you defend something. Maybe you are absolutely wrong and you will be punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Aren't you afraid of that, Sayyid?
Yeah, there are a lot of things I would be wrong about it. Islam, it's when I go to God and He asked me, "You believe this?" and I did not say that. That's going to be over there,
Okay, so that's it. Then you should be 100% sure about something. Okay, I was talking to a flat earther, and she didn't know many questions. She was saying that she was believing in flat earth, but she was saying, okay, you can ask those who believe it. I don't know answer to these questions. So it's better that you know your topic before you believe in it. You cannot just believe in something and say, I don't know, scholars say that. Okay, so go and ask scholars. You have to be able to answer, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Qiyamah will ask you, not the scholars. they ask you why you chopped off 2 hands when he didn't say, or let's say he said, chop off 1 hand, but you said, oh, okay, I think it's 2 hands. Let's chop off 2 hands. Okay.
No,
So
no,
you have
Brother
to
Muji,
make yes.
Brother
But
Muji,
Muji,
we don't
Muji,
have to chop hand. We don't have to chop off a thief hand. You know, Allah said, if somebody murder, you can forgive them. You can
Okay.
let them go.
All right. So you don't believe that you have to chop off their hands?
We don't have to.
No,
Okay.
I say, we are talking about chapter 5, verse 38. So you don't believe that it is chopping hand?
Yes, we can chop off hand, but we don't have to. We don't have to.
Yes, I agree.
but
No,
Muji, Muji, I hope Hourglass and Saeed realizes, Muji, that if they convince you that they are right, Muji, you're gonna leave Islam. So that's the I understand, Muji. If they convince you that they are right,
but
Muji's
I
gonna
mean,
leave.
okay. I mean,
Brother Muji,
yes.
look, if somebody kill somebody, the murder, we can let him go without punishment. This is
Okay.
Allah, or Allah said, this is the forgiving is better than taking revenge.
Yeah, he says,
So,
look, that's very clear. Look, that's very clear. It says an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, okay, a life for a life. But if you forgive, is better for you. So that's very clear. All right.
Yes.
That
So-
that you can. But
so you don't have to cut off
Yeah.
somebody's hand. You
but
don't have to.
here, no, look here. It doesn't say cut off their hands, but if you forgive, is better for you.
Okay, this is our understanding is a cutting off, but you don't have to cut their hand off.
I will never do that. Okay, but
Okay,
because
okay, that's
unfortunately,
fine.
yes,
But
unfortunately.
Muji, what if they convince you that they're right, Muji?
No, because first of all,
am I right that you would leave, or is Muji gonna start cutting off hands or what?
no, I definitely would not believe in a God that says that I'm most merciful and forgiving, and
It
then
is
on
mercy.
no, hourglass, please. You are not talking to a child, okay? I'm 60 years old, okay, and I have enough knowledge to know that this is not mercy, this is barbarism, okay? So please don't tell me that's mercy, okay? I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know whom you can convince that mercy. Definitely not me, okay? That being such a barbarian, being such an ISIS is mercy, okay? So and then you were saying something that the ISIS sheikh, I had it on my channel, okay? I forgot he's living in London. He was saying also that yeah, this is we do it because we will clean them, we will purify them. Martin, when he was saying that when we stoned the adulterers, they come themselves, ask themselves, they want to be stoned because they want to be purified. And I said that then that's a good thing, okay? You take the judgment of God here, you clean people and send them there. I would go and kill somebody tomorrow, and then I would get executed by you and then go straight to heaven. Because God is not going to punish me anymore. You punish me, okay? According to you, all right? So isn't it a good way, what is it, hourglass, to go to heaven directly without any problem? Just go and kill somebody, get executed, because you will clean me, you will purify me. Yeah.
No, but it serves as an expiation for the thief. So yes, it is merciful because it's worse
No,
for him to go to hell.
hourglass.
Hellfire is much worse.
Hourglass.
Hellfire barbaric?
Hourglass.
How
Hourglass.
about hellfire? Do you
Hourglass.
believe it is barbaric
No,
to go
hourglass.
to hell?
Hourglass, you just avoid my words and talk about something else because you know that you don't have the answer. I am asking you. You said it is mercy. You say if you chop off their hands, okay. How about executing people? Okay, you punish them here so that God doesn't punish them in the next life. Yeah, is it that?
I would rather lose a hand than go
No,
to hell,
I'm
brother.
asking you. Oh, I'm asking you this. Okay, you said it as well before that when you chop off their hands, then they will not be punished in the hellfire. Okay, so you take over
Yes.
God's punishment here on earth. Okay, so if somebody kill a person and you execute that person, all right, then that person will be, he has served his punishment according to you. Am I right or not?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Ah,
I'm
so what
talking
is
about theft.
No, so
If
why?
somebody steals, you'll be
Okay, so only.
expiated.
So let me see. Only theft, according to you, only theft is that the punishment is here.
And
The rest, the
and-
punishment is next side. Yeah, where Quran says, where Quran says.
fornication too. The
Fornication.
flogging, I mean, the flogging, the
Okay, so-
lashes.
Okay, so let me see. Fornication. Let me see. Theft, fornication. What else? The punishment is on us, not on Allah. What else?
I
Can you-
believe that's all I believe.
Just that's all. If you kill somebody, then the punishment is not here. So then we
No,
can. So
we do not do this. We are merciful. The thief is still, he still has the other hand.
All right,
He's
okay,
still
okay.
very, very well.
Okay, we talked enough about that. Okay, so there was a question here, Martin. I didn't understand that one. Okay, because I think that's enough. Host, can you answer this argument?
So it's premise 1, God is a being. We agree with that. Premise
Okay.
2, God is a being who creates, acts, judges, loves, hates, etc. We agree with that.
Mhm.
And here comes the problem. Time requires these attributes. How does he prove that?
Okay.
Premise 3, we don't.
We don't believe. I talk about myself. I don't believe that time exists for God. Okay, time exists for us. There is no time for God. Okay, time exists in this universe. Outside this universe, time doesn't exist. So time doesn't exist. We are limited to time. You know that time, for example, when you go the speed of light, time doesn't exist. Place doesn't exist.
You can join, Anton.
Yes. I wonder if I can join. If it's okay if I, of course, it's always okay, Anton, please. So I think we do you agree also, Martin, that time doesn't
Yes.
exist for God?
Time is very weird, Muji. Even in our universe, Muji, it's
That's
weird that we have different times, like
Yes, different
depending on
time.
your speed. Like
Yes.
even the satellites,
Not
Muji, they
only-
need
not
to take
only-
this in calculation. Can you
Not-
believe it? That
not
they
only
need to
that.
take the different time in
Gravity.
calculation.
Even gravity.
Yeah.
Different gravity, the time is different. For if you live somewhere with a high gravity, the time goes much slower than on Earth. Okay, so time doesn't exist for God, and yes,
So time
and
is
place,
very weird. Like so,
and place.
just like we, Muji, we in industrial engineering, we create simulations of everything, and we're outside that time. We can make the time go forward or back.
Yeah, mhm.
Muji, we can make galaxies go forward or back.
Yeah.
So God is also outside our time, so He can do stuff like
Yeah.
that we
He
can't
doesn't
even imagine.
Yeah, he doesn't have. Let me see. Anton was saying something. Why do you think the Quran is a lot shorter than the Bible? Shorter? I mean, I didn't say about that it is shorter. I don't know how long is the Bible. Okay, so I didn't
Luckily,
say
it's shorter
it's,
for Muslims because they read it over and over and over and over. So, but
yes.
Muji, do you think some of the Quran is lost with all the battles of the Muslims, or do you think
No, I don't believe that.
not one verse was lost
Not one
in all the
verse.
battles?
Yeah, the thing is, I say that. You see, I have said it always that they wanted to add a verse or two verses in the Quran. They couldn't because it was protected and completed. Yeah, so
What
they
about
couldn't
abrogated?
abrogated. They
We
were
make it be forgotten, right?
no. Yeah, I know, but those were verses that Prophet Muhammad himself didn't, put them in the Quran. Okay, I mean that he was saying that this is not anymore relevant, or else is talking about. There are some proofs that there were abrogated verses during him, in people's opinion, or it is talking about Bible and Torah. Okay, that if we bring new verses. Okay, so if Quran abrogate a verse, it says according that verse, Allah will replace them with better verses or equal verses. Okay, so no verse should be abrogated that is not anymore. So there must be a better one. For example, those who say that some verses were abrogated, they say about first Muslims were praying towards Jerusalem, and then God commanded them, now you can turn towards Mecca. Okay, so perhaps this was the better command than the previous one. Okay, so there are these understanding that there was abrogated verses, but I'm not 100% sure. But if there were, then Allah has replaced them with similar or better one. But it is mostly about previous commands with previous for example, I can say one of them, chapter 5, verse 45, that Allah has put a better one in the Torah. It is just up to there, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, yeah, a life for a life. But in Quran, Allah add that last sentence that, and if you forgive, it's better for you. Okay, so Allah add that part for the verse that was in the Torah. So this is about that, the abrogation. It's not about that verses were lost. Hourglass, you want to say something?
Yes, just to clarify very quickly, yes, of course I agree with you when it comes to fornication. You must have 4 witnesses and, that require all the conditions, so it's impossible. But that's, I wanted to clarify this. But yes, I do believe that, yes, God is the most merciful, of course. And if somebody makes a mistake, we have to forgive. For example, 2 people fornicate and maybe somebody knows, but he doesn't tell others because he wants to protect their privacy and conceal their sins. So it's forgiveness as well.
Okay, let me see this. What is, because those are I don't know. I have to check the previous. He's chatting with you, yes, Martin?
Yeah, he's saying that X requires time.
X requires time.
These love X or creation X requires time.
I mean,
That's like
I don't know what is love. Love X. I don't know what is that. Can you please explain for me? And Anton, we gave you the link. Yeah, you didn't come.
But yeah, Anton says something. But we still have some time. Yes, if God comes into creation, then He can bound Himself to time. That's what Jesus did. That's why He got old and stuff like that. He can bound Himself to time, but He's not bound by it. Like He's bound. He can bind Himself to the gravitational law. Okay, so then he can't swim or he will sink, but he doesn't need to. He can unbound himself and just walk on water because he's a creator of the universe. He's not bound by the laws, just like we are not bound by our laws in our universes that we make. So we can also like walk on water in our universes if you're a creator, while the rest of the people sink in the water. You can walk on the water. So yeah, hopefully that's interesting.
Of course, that's the
Anton
Christianity.
says, I will come up and explain. It's just that I'm eating.
Yeah. Oh, you are eating. Wow. What are you eating? All right. Any
Okay, here's a more Muji. Okay, let's work with judgments. In order to have awareness of judgments must require time. Otherwise, without time, nothing can happen. So what happened? Because it says that, I think scientists said that before the universe, time began when the universe began, Muji.
okay.
Scientists say time, space, everything began when the universe began. So there was no time before the universe began. So I don't know how you would say there's time. If you want to put God in some time, I don't know, then you have a less God than the greatest possible being. God is outside of time. So he's timeless. That's a greater being than a time bound being. So if he can come up with a better being than the God of the Bible, then that would probably be God. But I doubt it.
I had a question, Brother Muji,
Yes.
about the Satan, the Shaitan.
Okay.
I heard many times from you that you do not believe that the devil can whisper and all that, but do you because you believe that the devil is a system. But what
Yes.
about all the
Yeah, it
verses where
actually, yeah,
God tells
actually,
s-
yeah. I
is
have to
talking to
say,
Satan?
wait.
Yes.
Actually, yes, the system whisper in your head all the time about money. Yeah, do that. Take this.
Muji, I have never heard this, Muji. I have
Millions of
never,
dollars.
Muji,
Yeah, I mean that.
I have never heard Satan whispering
I
in my ear, Muji.
I know. I'm saying that. Look, I'm saying in this way that it temptates you, this system, okay, to, for example, farmers of Afghanistan, they want to produce potatoes and tomatoes. So they see that, okay, this will not give us money, okay, these potatoes and tomatoes. And opium give us hundreds of dollars per kilo. So that's temptation is from the system, the money, okay, that guide them to produce opium instead potatoes and tomatoes, okay. But
Muji, you
it is
get different temptations, right? Like
mhm.
sexual temptation
Yes,
that
yes,
has nothing
different.
to do with money, right?
No,
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
You
Yeah, so
understand?
yeah, I understand
Sexual
that.
temptation has nothing to do with money. It's a
Yes,
lack of love. Like,
okay. So now I answered that one as well. Okay. So my answer is that you have to. I mean, this is also about the world, the society, the system. Okay. That, for example, I am who I am is not because I am, I was born in this way. It is because of my, teachings, my education, and so on. The family I was living, the place I was, all these things formed me in this way. Formed me. Okay. So if I was, I've said it many times, if I was living in somewhere in a drug cartel family, I would not only sexual temptation, killing people, all these things would be very easy for me. Okay. But today, none of these things is even in my mind. Okay. So it doesn't have direct connection to the money. No, I know. But there is an indirect connection to the system that make you in this way. Okay. So I believe that everybody else, even the person who rape, okay, if they had the opportunity to be raised like Martin, okay, or me, they wouldn't, or any of us, yeah, they wouldn't do this, okay, they wouldn't go, and it would be for them absolutely, no Satan would be able to whisper in their head what the same way is not able to whisper in your head, Martin, okay, or I don't know, yeah,
Muji,
you can
if I wasn't
you
a
can,
Christian, probably, Muji, it would
yes,
be,
exactly, I say that,
but
I
you
say,
understand?
yeah, I'm understanding, I tell you that
Because then
yeah, the information
I
which
don't
is in
have
your
love
mind,
for God or
Martin,
for humans. So
Martin, I told you, the information which is in your head, coming from Christianity, your family, or whatever, that information makes you not, and the information in my head. So information makes us, to do what we are. Okay. For example, uh, uh, if I have said that also, again saying that if this information wasn't in my head, then there were different information. Yeah, I was going to say this one as well, that before I convert to Islam, Martin, I was drinking alcohol, I was having okay, pork, but now I discuss pork. So the information which came to my head make me to believe in that, okay, and it disgusts me, okay. So sexual desire as well disgusts me. I cannot think of that. Wow, like absolutely, that I do something, in absence of my wife, for example. Okay, it absolutely doesn't come. But if I didn't have this information in my head, then would be different. So it says Anton Gomez, if you can demonstrate how you can have those attributes without time.
Muji, if he was not a theist, Muji, he could have brought up his theistic hypothesis that he is God, is bound by time. If free naturalist was now a theist,
okay, all right,
and
okay.
we were in debates, Muji, his
Mhm,
God would be weaker because it's bound by time. It's in a time. It's not outside of
yeah,
time.
after,
It's not
yes.
timeless. You understand? So it's a lesser being, and we would expect God to be able to do stuff that we can't do. You understand, Mujid? Like animals can't do the stuff we do.
No.
We're like all over the world at the moment. Muji is all over the world,
Mhm,
and animals don't understand how that works. How can you be
mhm.
all over the world at the same
Yeah,
time?
of
You
course.
understand? So
Mhm,
And
stuff like that, God can also do. So free
mhm.
naturalists, perhaps think
I,
about that, Vlad.
Yeah,
I
Hourglass, you want to say something?
yes,
Yeah.
I have a slight disagreement with you, and perhaps I would like to hear Martin's thoughts on it. It's about money, and you
Mm.
believe that getting rid of the money would solve all our problems, but there will still be rape, there will still
Mm.
be greed for food, for example, too much food, and
Anton.
a lot of that. Hello.
Hello,
Hello, my brother Anton. How are you?
I am doing fine. I'm glad to see you again, Muji and Mark.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you again,
to
my
see you
brother, Anton.
Thanks for saying that. I'm
Yeah,
sorry I interrupted our class. Please continue.
yeah.
It's okay. Thank you. We were just talking about money. And
Money,
yes,
money,
I
money.
believe that even without money, because money is
Satan.
just a means. Money
Okay.
is just a means to get things. It's not good nor evil. It
Mhm,
depends what you use it for.
mhm.
So
Okay.
why would you believe that? Because we would still have rape, for example, as
Mhm,
Martin said. It's not about money, it's about lust. People,
Mm.
they're just lustful, right?
mhm.
So what do you say? What would you say about this, brother?
First, we have to see. I want to see what Anton would like to say. Anton?
Yes, I agree with that. Even without money, we'd still have a ton of
Mm.
problems, Muji.
All right. Okay.
It's not like money is the center of it all. Even if it causes problems, I
Okay.
mean, don't you think the bigger issues are like in us?
Mhm. Okay. Now
Yeah,
I
so
have to.
Muji, now you
Okay.
need to
Yeah.
listen closely to them, Muji.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah. I
trying
have
to
to.
Muji?
convince you of the
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
argument that you had from the beginning, Muji,
Yes.
where
Yes.
you challenge anyone, give me a better solution,
Okay. Yes.
and I will convert today. Like I
No.
will
No.
follow
But
even
yeah. But,
apostate prophet. You said you will
but
follow him as a prophet
yes.
if
But
you
I
got a
said.
solution, Muji.
Yeah. But it
So
has. It has
and
to.
the better solution is
Yeah.
the gospel, Muji. The
He
love
said.
of the gospel, Muji.
Apostle Prophet said
Changing.
that.
No. I'm saying that, Muji.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
giving you the solution, Muji,
Okay. All
to
right.
all these problems.
Okay. Look, I have to
You
tell you that.
understand?
Yes. Okay. My Anton. Okay. It is a very, first of all, to Hourglass, I have to say, it's not about what you think, what I think. It's about the God. Okay, what
Mm.
God says, what He thinks is the best way for us. For example, if you ask me personally, I would say it is impossible to live in such a world where money doesn't exist. Everybody share everything with each other. Okay, but what I have read, what I know from Quran, what happened? Okay, Martin, what are you doing? So yes, let's remove this so that
I fixed it.
yeah, okay. So what I have learned, what I know from Islam, and I can prove it. It is these are pieces of puzzles that you have to put them together to get a clear picture. Okay. So when I put all these pieces of puzzles, that I've said it many times, the dress of equality in Hajj, going to perform the Hajj, stoning the opposite of the equality, then Quran promises us that there will be a time that my righteous servants will rule and inherit the planet. We have the concept of Mahdi. When he comes, will be absolute justice. When I put all these together, okay, then I don't find anything except the equal world. Okay, so, and I have said it many times in the past. Okay, so it's not about that. Again, it's not about that what Hourglass thinking or that about chopping hands is good for society or not. It's about what true really Quran says. So if, for example, if really there will be, according, a hadith, that's there will be, this is in both Shia and Sunni Islam, okay, that Mahdi will come, the Messiah will come, and he will get rid of all injustice on the planet, okay? So,
Yes,
yes,
but
So
wait, Hourglass, wait, Hourglass, yeah? So if I have said it before. If he is truly want to get rid of all injustice on the planet, okay, he has 3 ways, 3 alternatives, okay. Either he has to force us to, his way, that nobody do anything bad, okay, which is impossible by force, okay. Nobody has been able to force the entire humanity, and nobody will be able, and that's going against as well, against Quran, which says no compulsion in religion, okay. So this is out of the the picture. The two others are what is it, inviting people, okay, inviting people to do not bad deeds, okay, which is also, God has invited us in many books, okay, throughout the history, and it hasn't happened. People would do all bad deeds. So the third alternative is to get rid of the source, okay, the source of the problems that guide people to bad deeds. And that third one is nothing but to get rid of the source, which is the Satan. And another thing is that Quran tells us that Satan has a limited time, Martin. There will be a time that
The Bible says the same, Muji.
yes, the limited time, there would be a time that we are living on this planet and Satan doesn't exist. So I say, if we remove the Satan, let's say tomorrow Satan will disappear, okay, but we live in the capitalist world, still the farmers of Afghanistan will produce the opium. If Satan is the one who whisper in the head, okay, then
Yeah, but Muji, Satan in Christianity has armies. He's not just alone.
okay,
You
so
understand? Satan he has demon
But-
legions of armies.
yes,
Besides, Mujib, I don't know if I misunderstood you before, but it gave me the impression that you don't believe Satan is like somebody like
No,
that
I don't.
whispers.
I don't believe that Satan exists in that that form. I believe, I have said it before, Satan is the capitalist system, okay.
But brother, yes, I would just like to clarify something. As Brother Martin was saying, it's not at all what I think, what I believe. It's about what God says. God says, chop off the hands of the thieves. It's clear, brother. It's
Okay,
not
no,
what I
let's
think.
let
It's not what I think.
please. Yeah,
See,
please.
Muji,
No,
the
I want
problem is in Muji,
no,
in
our
Islam
glass-
itself,
our-
Muji. You can
wait.
see Muji. He's
Our
trying to
glass-
be a good Muslim.
no,
Is
wait,
it not in the
our-
Quran, Mujib?
no, wait, our glass, no, but Anton, our glass.
Yes, exactly,
Yes.
Brother Martin.
Hourglass, please. I want to talk about this to Brother Rashid, which we talked, and he rejected your claim as well. Okay, and those scholars who, you have zero knowledge of the topic. You don't even know Arabic. You don't know what is the tashdid over the qat. What is the difference? No, it's Hourglass. Please, I beg you. Okay, you are not the one who has that knowledge to talk to me about these. So please don't continue about that chopping hands. Okay,
But-
I invited you. Okay, wait. I invited you to Brother Rashid's platform, and you came. He told you what he believed that the verse says, but you ignore even that one. Okay, totally ignore. You just follow a bunch of businessmen called the scholars. Okay, who say that Allah has 2 right hands, who say that Prophet Muhammad split the moon, who say 2 verses of Quran has been eaten by a goat. They say Allah has flocky hair. You know that?
But-
Flocky hair. Allah has
but-
a
But I have something to say very quickly, and Brother
So
Martin
please-
can tell
no,
me.
no. So
Since
please,
if
that-
one
that-
has
no,
to
okay,
learn
that- no,
Arabic,
wait. no, wait.
if we have to learn Arabic,
Hourglass,
We
hourglass.
have the translations
No,
of the hadiths,
no.
Mujib.
No, wait, please, guys. Okay, you are not. So let's put that one beside. Okay, I have said it. So let me talk to somebody who knows Arabic. Okay, and Anton doesn't know Arabic. I've been talking to Brother Rashid. Okay, anybody who is really Arabic speaking. Okay, then he comes, and if he doesn't, trust me, I can ask Brother Rashid to come. Okay, to call in, and we both can talk to you guys. Okay, anyone, but you guys don't know Arabic, so please don't say.
If you have to know
Would you
Arabic to be a
outspoken?
Muslim, then that's
No, I
right.
didn't say.
So we have to speak
No, I
Arabic.
didn't.
Yes,
No,
that's
no.
what it means.
No,
That
no,
if I
no.
don't understand Arabic, I cannot be Muslim, brother.
Okay, no, wait.
That's what
Okay,
it means.
okay. First of all, I didn't say that. Okay, let me see. I have to do this so that you understand. Wait, because I cannot. Let me bring it up. Okay, we go down. Okay.
See, we don't have this problem in Christianity because we have good translators that just translate the thing correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If God sends a
people can
message,
speak it. Yeah.
when God sends a message, it can be translated easily. Otherwise, it's a
Mm.
poor mediator, brother.
Okay,
Mm.
it's exactly what is it? David Wood said, brother.
Yeah.
Our
That's
guy.
why it's a
Yeah.
worse
You
God,
talk-
Muji. You're
you
following
talk-
a worse God, Muji, than the
Right.
God of the Bible.
You
That
talk
has a clear message, Muji.
You talked
You
exactly.
know, Martin.
No, but wait. You talked exactly what David Wood said. Hourglass. Okay.
Yeah, he agrees with David.
You agree with David
Because
Wood that
if one needs to go to
so chapter.
gymnastics to
So
understand
you
a
okay?
simple verse, then
All right.
Mm.
So you
It's,
reject chapter 3 verse 7. Yes. Hourglass.
no.
What does it say?
But
You rejected. Said that Quran should be clear. When Quran says that it is not clear. Quran says that there are unspecific verses in Quran that only those firm in knowledge understand it, and you are not the firm in knowledge. So now let me see. If you say that I shouldn't know Arabic. Okay. So do you see this T in chapter 12 verse 31? This is okay. Let me see. I have to go to another because this.
You have
site.
to zoom in, Muji.
No,
Don't say anything.
Wait. This is Quran.
so
Okay.
based on
And
that
Miskay
part,
says
all
Quran.
religion
words-
alone ain't enough
Well-
to fix the world.
By the way, I wanted to say to Martin, usually when you say that to Muslims, they usually say that the Bible has, even though the translations, there's like many different versions of it.
Yeah, but it says the same thing.
On the other hand, they
It's
claim
like
the
I love
Quran
you,
is
I
only
like
one.
you, stuff like that, Muji. Anton. It's like
You sure?
I like you, I love you, translations like that. You can put all the translations next to each other. I do it
Okay.
sometimes, and then you
Okay.
see it's the exact same thing.
What about
Just in
the
a
fact
different
that
way.
they
Okay.
say the Quran is only
Anton,
one? and there's
Anton.
many different Bibles.
Anton.
No, there's not many different
Wait.
Bibles.
Wait.
Versions. I meant versions.
No,
it's
it's
not like
just
they're different.
translations. There's many different translations, yes. Just like the Quran, there's many different translations. But it seems like no one knows what the Quran says because the translations struggle. Like they're totally different. The one says cut off the thing, and the other says something totally different.
Okay.
Yes,
Let me see.
one
Let me-
has to be an expert to understand simple verses.
Well, why do you think God chose Arabic, Muji, in particular, of all the languages?
I think because Arabic is a very complete language. Okay, and I mean, for example, when we were talking to Brother Rashid as well. For example, this one, this is very something that would be maybe, and I said that, have said it before. God want to test us as well. Okay, so that's why He has sent certain verses of Quran unclear. Okay, which is called unspecific verses. Okay, and this is. Do you see this hourglass? Do you see this? This is T. Okay, that's why I say you have to know the minimum, basic thing in Arabic. Okay, there is a W on that. Do you see that W? Okay, do you see that? Do you see these things over the word? Do you see these things?
Can you zoom in?
Yes.
Can you give it some
I-
zoom?
So
I
I zoomed in. I don't know, Martin. It
It's
will not.
command. the
I know.
command
I do.
button plus.
Honestly, I cannot
plus
see the
button.
words.
It doesn't become bigger than this.
Did you push the command button plus and the plus button?
Yes,
Okay,
It's an
let's-
equal sign.
pull-
Both
if
at the
you
same time. At
Look,
the same time.
Yes,
put
it
those
doesn't.
two, it will go bigger.
It doesn't go more than that.
Are you- are
Control
you-
plus? Control plus.
I said, okay, let me see.
Are you on an Apple?
Yeah.
I'm in Apple, okay?
Or the
Okay.
wheel. Sometimes
Okay, now
the
it
mouse
worked.
has a
It
wheel.
worked. It went bigger.
It became bigger, yeah? It's
Yeah.
bigger now.
It became.
Can you make it
bigger.
even bigger?
I click.
Just
Yes,
just
sir,
keep
it will
going.
come-
Keep
go-
going.
Became bigger.
No, the other way. The
No,
other,
it's
you're
the other
doing
way.
it. You're doing it smaller.
Okay. Is it fine now? I don't know. I don't understand. How can I?
I can read it a little bit, Muji.
Can you?
That's
By the
better.
way, no. Let's do.
That's
like
better.
No. Let's do like this. Maybe Martin can bring it up.
Yes.
Chapter 12, verse 31, please.
Okay.
Okay, chapter 12, verse 31. Okay, let's do this. I want to do it so that
12,
you
verse
stop.
31. 31.
31. Yeah, chapter 12, verse 31.
Okay, but aren't you going to say my version of the Quran is corrupted?
No, no. Look, Martin.
I'll
No.
share my screen now.
No, that's the Arabic one I'm going to show. Okay, the Arabic is
Okay.
the same in all of
Okay,
them.
can you see?
That is exactly what I meant prior,
Okay.
Martin. There's only
You
one
get different.
Arabic.
No, there's
One
different
Arabic.
Arabic Qurans. There's actually
No.
different.
No,
You can go and see there's different Arabic Qurans.
No,
There's
look,
multiple.
Wait.
Like I can show you multiple
I know.
Muslims saying there's
What?
different Arabic
Can you?
Qurans. Admitting.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you really? Or
No,
should we
wait.
take your word for it?
No, wait.
No, we can. I can go on YouTube.
No,
Show
there
you
are-
well-known
yeah.
Muslims.
Look, Martin. This is what
Leaders.
is. Look, this is what majority of Muslim. When you put it in Google, all of them follow this one. Okay, so those, for example, I've heard just Egyptians, they follow another, version, which is also almost exactly the same. So now
Yeah, but there's also versions that got destroyed, Muji, which
Okay.
I wish they didn't because then
All right,
we could
now-
have seen
now we
what
are-
they're trying to hide. But okay.
guys, now we are going to another topic. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, the thing is that now you cannot. If I want to ask you to, pick a verse, a word. Yeah, go up. Then left. Go left. No, other left. Go. Next one. No, next one. Next one. Here. Okay.
Which-
Here. That one. It said uncut. Okay. Look. Do you see that?
So zoom
there's
in.
zoom in here, please. Zoom in there. Can you zoom in there? Okay. Yeah. Go now up, and then bring. No. Go. This is not the one. Go more down. Go more down. More down. I think it's not. Go. Here. Go a little bit up. I don't see it. Here. Okay. So you see there is a W there. Do you see that W? Kind of W. Do you see that?
Mm.
Okay. Do you see, Anton, you see that?
Which
Yeah.
one?
Martin, show him that W.
Yes.
Yes.
What
So-
does that
Feels like
normally
we're sitting
mean?
in Arabic
Okay,
class, yeah.
okay. Yes, you are
Arabic
sitting
class,
in Arabic class.
Mhm.
Okay. So
What does that
Yeah.
mean?
that's mean it is very severe, very strong one.
So
Harsh
this is
one.
also severe.
Yes, that's the severe one. Okay.
Severe.
Yeah,
severe.
this make them what is it? Strong.
Everything is severe.
No. Look, Martin.
So what's your point? What is
okay.
that? Does that
Okay.
change the meaning?
Yes, it changed the meaning. Okay, look, Martin, don't go all around.
I'm just showing all the severe parts.
Okay,
Muji.
okay. So look here. It says that cut. Yeah, despite it is a severe one. Okay, Anton.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
they
despite
cut their
it is
hands.
a severe one, it says they cut their hands. Okay. So now go to 531, 38, 538, chapter 5.
538. Can I
yes,
just click here? What?
I don't know. See if you can. 5. Yeah,
Wait, yeah. 5.
38.
38.
All
See if
right.
this works.
Okay,
Let's go to
538.
538. What about it?
Okay, now wait. Okay, so don't do like that, Martin. Okay, so go up. Okay, here. The first
Oh, that's
line.
the cut of their hands.
Wait here. Stop here. Okay, you see it's written cut up. Do you see that W doesn't exist there? Okay.
It's still cut off. It's
No,
still
no.
cut off.
I'm gonna
It doesn't matter.
Hourglass, please stop. Okay, please, just wait.
investigate
Anton,
this
Anton,
further.
No,
But
wait.
here's one.
No, that's
There's a W.
yes. That sorry. That's the W. Yes, that's
Martin
about.
is highlighting a W
I know, but
or
that's about.
whatever it's called.
Oh, wait. That's about the thief. This is about cut. Okay, so there is not that W over this cut, but this means that it is a soft one. Okay, but here they put it cut off. Okay, but on 1231, which is the severe one, they change it to what is it? To cut. Okay, which is absolutely what is it? How do you say it? It is absolutely nonsense, because even in 1231, there was no any talk about bleeding or everybody. It doesn't make sense that all those women cut their hands at at the same time. So what was this?
What are you what are you saying? Because this sounds completely backwards to the entire story.
Okay, yes.
The first one, it's about the women. It's the story of Joseph. I know the story.
Yes, the story
So
of Joseph, and
they cut their hands. She had a knife, and she was startled.
Okay, wait.
Or,
look.
I don't know if startled is the right word, but she cut herself.
No,
right?
it wasn't she. It was several women. Okay, they were. Okay, it says they.
It doesn't matter. I don't remember how many, but they cut their hands. But in the story, it's not like they were completely without hands.
Okay.
I don't know what's the word for that in English.
Okay, but no.
When your hand is missing.
Okay, no. My question, Martin, don't play all the time.
I'm checking what the word is. Muji.
Okay, wait.
I'm trying to figure out.
If what you're saying is true, then why the other one is not lacking the W? Like you
because
say, they didn't lose their hands permanently. It was just a deep cut.
No, it wasn't even cut. It wasn't even cut, because it is if you want to translate it, then it is a chop off, that one. Okay, go to chapter 5 verse 33, Martin. 5:33.
Wait, hold on. So you're trying to tell me that those women that were with Joseph, they lost their hands?
No, I will tell you what they were doing. Okay, now go down a little bit, Martin.
So this is severe.
Look, this is
severe.
No, this is not severe. This is the strong one. Okay, the strong.
Okay.
It gives this,
what's the word? The thing that alters the meaning of the word.
Yes. It emphasizes on that. Okay.
Emphasis,
Yes. Go down, Martin. Go down. I will tell you the severe one. Go down. Okay. Here. Stop. Go a little bit down. Up. I mean, up. A little bit up. Here. Here. You see this one? This is again the W there. Okay. And you see here the same word with W is be cut off. Okay. Anton,
what verse is this?
This is 5:33. This is a severe cut off their hand and leg from alternate side. Okay, all right, Martin. So far, let's remove this, and then we will, because we are in the middle of something very important. Okay, so this is a severe cut off. All right.
Okay.
Idris, we can't add you unless we remove someone.
Yes.
Oh,
would you like the list, Muji?
Maybe we can remove Syed. Okay, no, he won't.
Maybe we can remove Anton. He doesn't add anything to the table.
No. Actually, look.
Okay,
no, you
have your camera on. It helps.
No, because Syed is not talking. So maybe if he wants, he can go.
Who wants to join?
Okay, now, Anton. Okay, Anton. You see, this is a look.
Okay, but now Syed is gone, and now Idris is also gone. But
Okay.
we have a new contestant. Yeah, Muji.
Yes, we
right.
have somebody new in here.
Okay, we will talk
Hello.
to you.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Greetings to the new person.
Greetings. Yes. Greetings.
Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum indeed.
Yes. How are you?
Good. Happy Saturday.
Yes. Happy Saturday to you. Please, is that okay if we continue with this one first? Is that okay for you?
Finish your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah. So Anton.
Yes.
In this verse, chapter 5, verse 33, and there are others as well. Okay, this is one of them. That this is the severe cut, and it is a physical cut, because it says that cut off their hand and feet from alternate side, and then it's talking about crucifixion as well. Okay, so this is a harsh and real cut off. Okay, but in chapter 12:31, they decided that this is just the cut, okay? This one, the same cut, okay? And I have put it beside, for those Arabic, that's we can talk about it another time. That's not so important in reality, because brother Rashid told me about this W, okay? That how come in chapter 12:31 about the story of those women, despite it is a severe cut, it is a true chop off, why this translator decided that no, it is just cut, which is not cut. They didn't cut their hands. They severely cut something, Anton. They severely cut something. And what was that? It was their gossip. When they saw Moses, they said, wow, he is an angel, okay? He's not a human. So what happened? They never again made that gossip against that woman, because they saw, because Quran doesn't talk about a single blood, a single cut, and it is in its opposite side, it is talking about a romantic atmosphere. Everything was fine. There was no screaming, nothing. Okay.
But wait, hold on. In that verse that you're referencing, I hear some echo.
Yes. Okay.
Probably
I don't hear. I don't hear.
Okay. Never mind. The women, when it's describing the cutting, it's not like the immediate next word is talking about their hands, not their gossip.
No, I know, but look, Anton, look, God has used the word hand 120 times, okay, as deed as well, okay. Don't put yourself in destruction with your own hands. That's instead deeds. So it is not real hands. It's not physical hands. It's a deed. The Jews try to, block tie Allah's hands. It is not Allah's hands. It is instead power. Okay, they try to actually stop Allah's power. So Quran has used hand for different things. Okay, like we use today even give me a hand. It doesn't mean that give me a physical hand. We instead help, we use as hand. So that their action, what they were doing, okay, it was their gossip. So they stopped their action very severely, okay, for good. All right. Martin Isa is the son of Allah according to Surah. Okay, we are talking about something else. Okay, so far we will talk about them. If there is any other question, we will talk about later. So
stop sharing screen. Or?
No, wait. So Anton, do you understand so far that they stop their action severely? Those women. What was their action that they severely stopped it was the gossip, okay? So this is what the Quran chapter 12 verse 31 says, okay, about those women. And in chapter 5 verse 38, Allah simply says, stop there. Even last night, Hourglass, Brother Rashid said it, okay? I don't know if you understood it or not. Allah says, arrest them, stop their means for stealing, okay? And then next verse says that, and if they repent, Allah forgives them. So if Allah forgives them, who the hell are we not forgiving them? And I have said it many times, if you have punished somebody so severe, so unjust, so barbaric, first of all, that person would never repent to such a barbaric God. Even if you repent, how you can forgive somebody whom you have already, punished so severe? Do you understand, Anton?
Yeah, what you're saying makes sense, but when I go to the verse, I'm only talking about the Surah 12.
Okay.
Yusuf, I am sorry, Muji, I can't agree with you because it's talking about their hands.
Yes,
you're trying to tell me it's like a metaphor. Like it's not really talking about their hands.
Muji, how would they have said it, Muji, if it was about the hands? How do they?
Look, I said, yes, Anton, I said, chapter 3, verse 7 says, there are unspecific verses of Quran, okay? It says, mutashabihat, okay? They are similar to other verses, okay? And only Allah and those firm in knowledge understand the true interpretation of them. So how those firm in knowledge, Anton, understand the true interpretation of them? They don't call God, okay? So what they do, they put them beside other verses of Quran, and they see that hand has been used in different ways in the Quran. Okay, and I said to you that hand as a deed. Okay, don't put yourself in destruction by your own hands. Okay, so can you put what do if I say that verse? If you want, I bring up for you the verse. You want me, or else you tell me what is hand here? Don't put yourself in destruction by your own hands. Can you tell me what is hand here? Is it physical hands?
In the other verse, it's
Yes.
No, I don't think it is.
It is what? Isn't it deed?
It is
Isn't it
deed.
deed? Yes.
But that's a different verse.
No, I know, but look. What I'm saying that is that you what is it? You can't just translate such a verses, okay? Because the hand has been used in many different ways in the Quran. So you cannot just say because it says hand, then it is physical hand, okay? No, it can be metaphoric hand, okay? It can be deed, it can be power, Allah's hand. They try to tie Allah's hand. We know Allah doesn't have hand. So what they were trying to tie was Allah's power, okay? Do you understand that or not?
Yeah, this is worthy of looking into more. But before that, it would be interesting, I think, to see what the new guest has to say.
Okay, yes. So now
before we can.
Before we finish, if our glass went as well, but before we finish, I have to say that I have the fact, I have the proof, okay, I showed you, but they have just desire, okay? They just say that, oh, I think like this is better, yeah? So that's why they translate the verse. If you want to translate the verse, then it is just a cart for thieves, and there, those women, they chopped off their hands, if you translate it. Do you understand, Anton, the logic behind it? Do you understand the logic behind that? If you translate, Anton, okay, if you translate, then those women chopped off their hands, and 538 is just the cut, okay? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you mean, but don't you think it's a little bit of a stretch?
It's a little bit of what?
Muji?
It's a little bit of what?
A stretch.
In which way?
You know what I mean? A stretch.
No.
It means, how do I explain it?
Martin, can you explain it? Do you understand what
it's like going too far with the argument? It's like saying,
is that one?
I one time had a problem with money, and now everyone should throw away their money. Understand? It's just a little bit of a stretch. Perhaps.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's a good. Let me type it in.
It's not immediately obvious like it should be.
Okay, no, it should be.
One is reaching for a very stretchful.
Yes, I understand now. Yes, I understand now. I understand. But Anton, chapter 3, verse 7 says how to read Quran and which type of verses are in the Quran. It says there are unspecific verses of Quran that only Allah and those firm in knowledge understand the true interpretation of them. So, and I told you how those firm in knowledge can understand the true interpretation of the verses of Quran is that they put them beside each other, which I did it for you right now. I demonstrated for you. I didn't call God. Those firm in knowledge, they don't call God to ask him what does it mean. So what they do, they put them beside. So those verses, they have two meanings. One meaning is that what you see, that's why it's use the word mutashabihat in Arabic, okay? Is one, or meaning that you see it, okay? Is it me who is writing this that you highlighted, Martin? So
Martin hacking.
Yes, I know.
Yes. I can't type on my account because Muji, the whole screen here is full of this Arabic, so I have to type on your account.
All right. So okay, you can remove it in that case now, okay? Because I think I made clear my point. Yes, Anton.
Yes, it's
okay.
Hold on. I'll be back in a few seconds.
All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. In this moment, then we can ask our new guest. Hello, Park. Hello, Park.
Hello, gentlemen. Greetings.
Yes. Yes, greetings. Please tell us your thoughts.
I want to start with a quick joke and then
Yes.
actually get to my real point.
Yes, please.
Okay. We've been trying to reach you guys concerning your vehicle's extended warranty. You should have received a notice in the mail about your car's extended warranty eligibility.
Okay. I didn't get it very well. Can you please?
Since we haven't
repeat
gotten
it
a
again?
response, we're giving you a
Sorry.
final courtesy call before we close out your file. Please press 2.
What is that?
Anton, did
No,
you
it's
catch
just a
the
joke.
joke?
It's just
No,
a joke.
Did you
I
catch the
didn't
joke?
catch it.
You have to
I-
press
Okay.
2.
I'm laughing.
A telemarketing joke.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I tried. All right, no, for real.
Because
Thanks,
sorry, right? Because we are not from the USA, we don't
Oh,
understand.
Americans
this.
get these fake calls all the time trying to sell
Yes,
us
yes.
something.
Okay,
That's
so
why.
we are not.
Okay.
We are we are from another planet. So that's why.
Oops.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So these debates go back and forth. These theological debates, Christians
Yeah.
have them too. But I don't think it matters who is right.
Mhm,
What matters is how many people accept one view
mhm,
against the other. That's what
Mhm.
really matters, because then these ideas have consequences and they cause actions. So
mhm,
I don't think we should be approaching this with, okay, which view is right? I think the
Mhm.
more important question is how many people hold this view
Okay.
and how many people hold that view,
All right.
because that's really going to affect our world, our
I
life.
know. I know.
So 20% of Muslims, at least, right, out of 1 billion Muslims, believe that you should cut off people's hands. So I think that's the real problem.
Maybe more.
Probably even more.
Maybe I think maybe even 80%. Who knows?
Yeah, because it made
All right.
the Quran makes it so clear. That's why it's 80%,
Right.
right?
Don't
So
you
I
think
wanna
that's
hear-
a problem?
Yeah.
Muji?
All right.
A bit
Muji's
of a
response
problem.
to that.
So wait, let Park continue. Yeah, okay, Park. Okay, Park. I have to say like this to you that I understand your point, and I have said it many times before that if I was also born and raised in Afghanistan right now in a village, or if I was born and raised 100 years ago, I also would say yes, you have to cut off some, their
Yeah,
hands.
Muji would be
But-
fighting against Muji then.
Yes. No, I'm just saying that knowledge and technology has helped me to understand, that for example, I didn't know about that W which I was showing you. Yes. I didn't know about that until my brother Rashid, who is the Arab speaking, he told me. So this is an extra knowledge I got. Okay. That, oh yeah, that's the difference between this card and that card. And these so-called scholars, they totally ignore that, okay? Because a majority of them are a bunch of, businessmen. And that's not in only Islam. I've said it many times. In all religions, okay? Most of them are, and I've said it even in Christianity, they are in Sweden, the atheist priests who go and preach in the church. So these people are a bunch of businessmen, and they just think about their business. So what we are doing here is that we believe in our religion, and we try to understand it. We don't make money from our what we are doing. But these imams and scholars, they are afraid of their business. That's why they don't go against the mainstream. Okay, and I clearly demonstrate here that. There is a difference between this card and that card, and it's a terrible translation. Okay, so that, and I have to say to you, Park, that by this technique, by knowledge that people have started to learn themselves, read Quran and research and all these things, different translation and so on, they will change. Yes, I understand that it has been like this, but it will change, definitely. I believe in that. Park?
I hope so. I hope so. It just, who controls the dominant views of thought in these Islamic schools, They're the ones who control how most Muslims think. So
I know.
I hope you have a greater influence. But
yeah, but we are going to change it. Yeah, we will change it. And I'm not alone. We are millions who will change it definitely, okay, soon.
Muji's
I-
cult will definitely grow someday.
I knew
Muji.
you
I
would say
trusted that. The cult will
So-
grow, Muji.
yes,
Your cult will
cult.
Monday grow, Muji.
What is cult? But I have to tell you that part. Okay, unfortunately, there is a force against this view of Islam, and that force is this satanic system. Okay, that we are going to bring down the Iranian regime 44 years to bring a tolerant, democratic, view of Islam. But unfortunately, they don't want. Even today, Martin. Even today, these Houthis, they shooting missiles against U.S. Vessels, but USA doesn't do anything. Okay, because they are afraid of bringing down Iranian regime, because they are afraid that if they go and attack them really, then they have to attack the source of the problem, which is Iranian regime, and they don't want to do it because they don't want to bring the ISIS, the source of all these problems in the Middle East. Okay, otherwise they can easily support us, my organization, that we believe in this tolerant, a beautiful view of Islam. We can bring down that regime, and we can create a beautiful, peaceful region in the Middle East. But they don't want. Okay, why Biden doesn't do anything against this? The source of all this problem in the Middle East. It is a question. A lot of Republicans now are asking in the Congress that why USA doesn't go after the head of a snake. It is called the head of a snake. What is it? Park, you want to add something?
Yeah, it's because of money. Because
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia
exactly.
gives them
Right.
a lot of money, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
profit driven.
Yes, exactly. So Idris, hello, Idris.
Has he been here before?
Hello.
Yes, I think Idris has been here before. Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Hello, how are you, Idris?
I'm good. How about you?
We are fine, thank you. Please share with us your thoughts.
My thoughts are they symbolically chopped off their hands. Symbolically, not actually, but it's
Okay.
symbolic.
Which one?
Which one? Who
It's symbolic of repentance.
Okay. Do you mean about that verse that? Who was-
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure. Look, I'm sure
The
a
thief?
loving God. No, I'm sure a loving God wouldn't ask people to chop off their own hands. Okay.
Yeah, not actually chopping off their hands. It's a symbolic act.
Yeah,
It's not
I
like they
understand.
actually chopped it off, but
Yes, I took it also in that way. Okay, that chop off that, your
it's a
sins.
reminder of what Jesus said. It's better for you to chop off your own hand than to enter into hellfire with your
Okay.
whole body.
Or
Okay.
your eyes?
It's a teaching of it is better for you
Mhm.
to
So it doesn't mean, definitely
be
doesn't mean,
limited in what you can do than to commit
Yeah.
sin.
yeah, it doesn't definitely mean that you go and chop off your hand. Okay, so it says
Yeah.
it is.
Otherwise, all the Christians would be chopping off their hands if that's what that means.
Yeah, that you should be like Japanese. The Japanese, they chop off their finger. I don't know, something like that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, no. That's not good. You're not supposed to damage the temple of God. Don't do
Yes.
that.
So Muji, can I give like a sort of a rebuttal, or maybe not necessarily,
Okay.
about that in particular?
Okay.
Because in the Bible, there's Jesus also says, I don't remember the exact words, but if you see a woman with lust, it's better if you take your eye out, or something along those lines. Martin,
No.
correct
It's
me.
if no, he was
What was
increasing.
the word?
No, he was saying that you have heard it was said that you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you, if you even look at a woman lustfully, you have already committed adultery in your heart.
Yes, and actually, the word woman, if you know anything about Greek, the word woman can also be married or unmarried. Context decrees the woman is married, so it's actually wife. If you look upon someone else's wife to lust after her, you've committed adultery with her in your heart. That's what it's actually implying.
So,
It's done
so,
through medical context.
so bear with me. I am sure a lot of people have looked at other people's wives with lust. But here's the difference between Islam and Christianity. There's not a lot of people that go around without an eye. However, in Muslim societies, there's a lot of Muslims who take the interpretation of actually cutting off people's
Yeah, and that's a
hands.
problem. You're
So
right. That is a problem.
it's like Park was saying. Don't you see that a lot of Muslims are in these societies are taking it literally, whilst you don't see
Yeah,
the same
just
thing
like
happening
if
in
you
the
look
other.
at the Sadducees and the Old Testament law, if you take the Old Testament law literally, God looks like a monster. Let me be honest with you. If we look at it completely literally, the Old Testament God is a monster. That's actually why the Pharisees took a more spiritual approach to the law rather than the Sadducees. The Sadducees were hyper-literalists.
What do you
And
call
they were the lowest of the low in terms of Jewish standards, according to almost everyone, if you understand the mainstream views of Judaism. So, interesting how it's always the ultra-literalists that get people into trouble.
So my
Isn't
point
that
is,
odd?
you don't see a lot of Christians without an eye, but you might see Muslims without a hand because
Well,
of
you shouldn't see a lot of Christians without hands because there's a verse in the Bible that talks about cutting off your own hand. So,
I mean, what do you think, especially you, Muji, what do you think this difference is there? Like,
No, I have to say that those who do that, okay, those who chop off someone's hands, they are themselves a bunch of mafia and robbers like Iranian regime. They steal billions of dollars from people, but if you steal something little, so they know themselves that they are doing something terrible, something wrong, but they do it because they just want to, threaten people. Understand? So if they were real Muslims, if they are not real Muslims, if they were real Muslims, they would realize that that's absolutely wrong. You cannot do this. Okay. So as I said, Iranian regime is the one, I think is the only government in the world today that they chop off hands. Okay. Despite we have a lot of Muslim countries, and they are themselves, I say, a bunch of mafia terrorists, that they still have stolen trillions of dollars from Iranian people, trillions of dollars in these 44 years. Okay. So yeah, a true Muslim don't do that. All right. Chop off people's hands. And in reality, they just first chop 4 fingers, they don't chop off your hand from wrist. Okay. They chop off your 4 fingers. So this is also something that those people who say that Quran says chop off hand, they should consider that it doesn't say where, from where, 1 hand, 2 hand. Okay.
no,
So
but I'm sure the hadiths do cover all those details.
because
are not in the Quran.
No, because these Sunnis, they're like ISIS. They chop off from wrist, and these Shia ISIS, they chop off 4 fingers. Okay, your 4 fingers. The Shia ISIS do that, and the Sunni ISIS chop off from the wrist. So you see that it is absolutely unclear for them too, Anton. Okay,
Interesting.
but they do it anyway because they don't care. Okay, like like somebody was saying, I don't know if it's 1 hand or 2 hands, but I think it's 2
hey,
hands.
maybe just to be safe, maybe they should cut off the person's head and be done with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Some do. So, some do that.
And-
they just say, they
And
actually
then,
say,
you know what? Because they killed someone, according to the law, they should kill themselves too. Because the punishment for murder is death.
I mean, these people, yes, these people.
You see my point I'm making?
These people think that human life is like a fly, and that's why they don't care they say, okay, kill him. Yes, they can kill you for stealing something. Understand? So they don't care about human life. They don't care about anything. They don't care about repentance. Okay.
If they follow the Quran in its entirety, here's the problem. They would have to kill themselves because they themselves are the violators of the Quran. Uh-oh, they're in trouble.
Mm.
And
Okay.
unfortunately, because they're in power, most people can't say anything to actually
To them.
stop them from being hypocrites.
Yeah, exactly. Because they are in the power and they kill people. You know, people cannot do it. Like Iranian regime. They are executing every day. They are executing people. I said that it is the highest in the world now, the execution rate, to make people afraid. And unfortunately, the world doesn't care. They don't say anything because of their business, because of their interest. So they don't do anything against Iranian regime. They just condemn them in the United Nations. Now nearly 70 times in all these 44 years, they have been condemning Iranian regime for human rights violation, but no action, not a single action, just empty condemnation. Okay. Anton, would you like to say something? Or Martin? Martin is busy in the chat, or?
What is
No,
Martin?
I'm busy with stuff. Working.
When I was answering Martin in the comments before I joined, what I really meant was sorry to change the subject this drastically. He was talking about a programmer, like you can move the time back and forth, but the programmer himself is also in a time frame.
Yeah, because he's in a created world. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because we're in a created world, but if you're not in a created world, then you don't. You see, time is created.
No, that's fine. But let's say that's true. But if that's if you cannot, if the programmer is also in a created world, then how can you use it as an example? If he's in the same bucket as we are?
No, it gives you just glimpses.
You see my point?
I'm just showing you examples. You understand? We can't have a exact example of a being that's higher than us. You understand? It would break some of our stuff.
That's
But
my
it's
point.
just to give you a glimpses of what the creator is like, because we're made in his
Let me
image
ask
and
a
stuff.
question. Can I ask a question about this matter? Let's assume that the person is in a created, the programmer is in a created universe, but time within his own creation would be different from the time he is personally experiencing. It would be a completely different flow of time, completely different, to the point of which, could the people in the world he created actually call it time? I don't think so. It functions far too differently in relation to them, that it wouldn't really matter.
What do you mean? I mean,
Like,
if the
for
programmer
example,
starts moving around the time, the sprites inside the program would not notice that.
no, but imagine, okay, let's talk about a fully automated game world, for example. He programs this entire game world. But because he's a programmer, could he not, in theory, go back and change things that happened in the past of the world he created? Yes. Could he not also alter things that would happen in the future, according to planned events? Yes, he could. In which case, according to the way the NPCs in this world would be reacting, he's outside of time. So it really doesn't matter. Time for him is completely different from time for the NPCs.
Right,
Same
but
like
he
the
still has
author of a
some
book.
frame of time. Even though it's different, it would be a different
It's
time.
different to the point of which, can we really call it time? That's the problem.
We can't, but he has to. If
For
you
him, there is
were
time,
if you
but
were
it's not
outside,
our perception of time. So it really, you get what where I'm going with this?
yeah, we absolutely cannot. But how can you claim that he is like in this example? He cannot possibly be without time.
Well, unless he himself is the personification of time, then it would be possible.
What does that mean?
Well, one of the names of God in the Old Testament, for example, El Olam, the eternal God, actually, the word Olam literally means time, God of time, literally personifying time. So the very first thing that exists is time. That is God, according to early Jewish thought. God and time are one and the same. Light and time were interchangeable within Jewish thought. That's why another name for God is Ein Sof, infinite light.
Yeah, I know.
All
but
of this.
What does that mean? Like, if I say this person is the personification, the embodiment of unfairness, for example. Like,
Well, then he would never be fair. That's just, there would be no way that such a person could be fair. You get what I'm saying, right?
That's different. If a person would never be fair, it's not the same thing as saying this is the embodiment of unfairness. There's like a huge gap between the two things.
Okay, but all I'm saying, Anton, is that time is a created thing. Okay, space is a created thing. Material are created things. Okay, the creator of this is timeless, spaceless, and immaterial. He made this stuff, so he's beyond our understanding. So your argument is he must be in time. We don't think so. But he could be, but we don't think he made time. You understand? He's outside, just like.
It's not quite exactly.
If he had a creator, then I would definitely agree with you. He had some time or something, because a creator can put him into time. A time if he had a creator. You understand?
I have to say something.
That's, however, not my argument. Go ahead.
Anton, I have to say something. We know that if we travel by speed of light, okay, then time and space doesn't exist. All right. So
say again.
If you travel by speed of light, when you come to these 300,000 kilometers per second, then time and
stops
and space. I mean,
time stops.
Yes, and existence.
What about it?
Existence also stop. Okay, but
Wait,
I mean,
no. What do you mean?
The place. Okay. For example, now the place, like in the room, it exists for me because I'm in a different speed. Okay. But if I travel with the speed of light, then time disappear. Okay, there will be no time. It was in this movie Lucy.
It's not space that disappears. It's distance disappears.
Everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
distance disappears. Existence is still there. It just doesn't change.
Okay, look. Imagine, it was like this in that movie Lucy. She was explaining.
I didn't see the movie Lucy.
No, that was a nice movie. I liked it. Yeah,
but sorry, I didn't see it.
Yes, she was showing that a car said that showing the picture and said, imagine a car is moving. So she moved it like this and then said that imagine that it moves very fast, and when it was moving very fast, okay, then it disappeared totally. So it didn't exist anymore. But in reality, the car is still going, but we don't see it, okay? Because, I mean, it's difficult for me to explain because I'm not Einstein, but Einstein says that when you go by speed of light, then, time and place is not existing for you anymore. But you exist in another form. You exist in a form of energy. All right. So you don't disappear totally. You disappear for us in this universe, but you exist somewhere else in another dimension. I don't know exactly, but
Muji, we can get a glimpse of it. Say you go back in time and you tell the people we can communicate through walls. My Wi-Fi goes through multiple walls. We can communicate through walls. Right through walls. We can see through walls with some of the
how's
instruments.
that possible?
We can, how's that possible? How can you talk from this side to the world and someone hears you on the other side? It's impossible.
It's possible.
Yeah, right on the other side of the world. Muji is on the other side of the world. Anton as well.
But
How
that
can they
does-
hear you? It
It's
doesn't
fairly
make sense.
impossible.
Right?
Right?
But that
How
doesn't.
can a creator do that? How?
But
can
that doesn't make you God.
Yeah, but I'm
does
just
it?
saying. I'm
You're
just
not
giving you a
God,
glimpse. If you
are
go
you?
back in time and you tell someone what our
You sound
creator
like God,
has done, our
but
creators.
that doesn't
you know?
make you God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't make you God.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just saying. I'm giving you a glimpse into what it would be like to realize what God can do, all the stuff God can do. If you go back in time and you tell what we can do at the very moment, people will think it's like godlike stuff. You understand? Like you can be all over the world.
But
Godlike
those people
things.
would be wrong, right?
What do you
Anton,
mean?
Like, say you do go back in time and tell people, I can communicate with people through walls. I can see through.
In the future.
Yes, in the future. And
Yeah.
these people start praising you and worshiping you.
No,
Would
I'm
you
not
say
saying
they are
praising
wrong?
worship. I'm just saying like you can
Because
get the
this is
idea.
godlike, right? How can Martin do this? How can Martin see through walls and talk?
Yeah, people trick each other, but that's not the point I'm making. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it's like to see a creator that is far beyond us. If you go in the past and you talk to someone, it's almost like a creator that's far in the future, did all this stuff, everything as a creator. All those stuff I just brought up, it has creators that designed and everything that.
I know.
So
Yeah,
that's the only point I was making. But yes, people with
I-
science have tricked people. Like I've heard one guy, he went to a community and wanted food and stuff, and they said no. And so he said he's going to block out the sun because he knew when the sun would be blocked out by the moon. His God is going to block out the sun. He's a God or something like that. And then it happened. And then they gave all their food to him because they thought this guy is a God. But he just knew when the stars and everything would align. So he was using science to trick people into thinking he's God.
I know that was not your point. I was just twisting it to make a new point.
I would like to ask Idris, what is that? Pantheist? Pantheist. What is that?
Pantheist.
Pantheist.
It's the person who believes that God is in everything.
Okay.
God is in everything.
Yes, God is in everything. Yes, it is. It says in Quran as well. Yes, that I'm closer to you than your juggle wings. But I have to say that I believe myself.
They believe everything is God. That's what they believe.
Yeah,
I think
No,
everything is God. Like this
pantheist.
cup is God or whatever.
Like
No,
this
that's
is
a
also God.
pantheist.
Yeah. Like,
Who says that? Who says that?
No, pantheist is different from pantheist. Those are two different words.
Okay.
Can you explain?
Pantheist is someone who believes all is God. A panentheist believes all is in God.
Okay.
Basically, everything is, in some
I-
sense, part of God.
okay.
God is within everything, but there's a distinction.
Okay, let me say.
Because God is above everything, and yet everything is still part of Him. It's an aspect of Him made manifest.
I am a
Okay.
bit confused. I'm not.
Wait, Anton. I've said it before. Yeah, Idris, maybe it is like this that I have said it. Let's believe. Okay, let's think. I mean, not believe. Let's think that God is the universe and we are inside God. Okay, so every space, this is space. Okay, that I'm in is itself God. Okay, because He says that I'm everywhere in everything. Okay, so He's everywhere when He's closer than my juggle wings. Okay, then He's everywhere. He's also here. He's in every part of the universe. So it must be the universe itself. And He says that He has existed forever and will exist forever. So this is the description of the universe for me. The universe has existed forever and will exist forever. But the creation inside this universe started, 15 billion years ago. Okay, but the universe itself existed always. Yeah, Idris, what do you
I
think?
believe that we are basically the thought of God. God thought up the whole universe, and so in that sense, everything is part of God because it's like you can't really distinguish your thoughts from yourself. They're distinct from you, but they're still part of you. That's
So
the
are
kind
you like a Hinduist? like a Brahma, like we are
No.
the dream of Brahma.
Not quite. I'm closer to a Kabbalist in my thinking.
Okay.
Closer to Jewish Kabbalah. Let's see. For Muslims, it would be, most Muslims would consider me similar to a Sufi.
Kabbalist. But not a Jew?
No, I study Kabbalah. I study bits of Sufism. I study esoteric Christianity. I study all of these different esoteric branches of Abrahamic religion.
But the Kabbalah comes from the Jews, right?
It originates with the Jews, yes, but early Christians also had Kabbalah. So did the early Muslims. They all had Kabbalah.
Is that
but
true,
most of these groups ended up
What's that?
throwing it out when they decided, oh, we don't want to keep things from the Jews, certain things from the Jews we don't like anymore, so we throw it away. That's what happened with Kabbalah in both of the later religions. It got thrown away. Interestingly, the Sufis ended up readopting aspects of Kabbalah, but they rejected other aspects of it. So they created their own thing. Same thing happened with the Gnostic Christians, which was a response to both Kabbalah and Sadducee Judaism. Unfortunately, the Sadducees ended up getting expelled by the Jews and ended up in the same places as some of the early Christians, which led to the invention of quote-unquote Gnosticism.
I have heard the people from Gnosticism are very heretical.
They are,
is what
because
I have
of
heard.
the fact that the problem is they were interacting with the Sadducees, and the Sadducees presented the God of the Old Testament as very evil, very wicked from the point of view of Christianity. So they had no choice, but if this is what the Jews believe, the Old Testament God must be evil. So they ended up, that's how Gnosticism developed, due to a misunderstanding of the Old Testament caused by the Sadducees. Luckily for us, the Sadducees mostly died out because they were evil.
Okay.
Is that making sense?
It is confusing. So
It
I
is
didn't know
confusing. Imagine the
Christians
Jews
have
that you
Kabbalah.
know present God as an evil, violent God. And then you already believe in Jesus. Jesus is a nice, loving God, right? You see the disconnect there. It is that disconnect that caused Gnosticism to come about. Due to
All I know is other Christians say that the Gnostics are heretics, or
yes, because they reject the Old Testament because of the misinterpretation of the Torah. Interestingly enough, they accept much of the things that are believed by the Gnostics actually are variations of the Mishnah, the oral Torah, and Kabbalah. Yet they divorced it from Judaism. And that's how they got so messed up. And that's why in Gnosticism, Jesus and Lucifer are one and the same.
All right, guys, any other topic?
What do you want to talk about, Muji? About more hand cutting?
Uh-huh. No more hand cutting.
So, Muji, would you leave Islam if they were right?
I mean, God would have contradict himself, and a God who contradicts himself is not a true God.
What about its abrogation, Muji?
What abrogation?
He didn't contradict, he abrogated.
No, here, I mean, they say that it is there, it is not abrogated, understand? So that he's the most merciful and forgiving is not abrogated, okay? and then chopping hands is not abrogated according to them. It is there. So these
Okay.
two
So it's a little bit of contradiction.
not a little bit. It's
It's
a
a
lot.
small one.
It's a lot.
They messed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot contradiction if they, if they.
There's another problem.
Mhm.
Muji.
Yeah. Yes.
The Quran says that the Torah and the Gospel are perfectly preserved, and yet these people want to tell you that they're not preserved.
Mhm.
So who do I believe? Do I believe them or do I believe the Quran?
Actually, that's another topic. I don't want to enter that.
Seriously asking
But
this
Muji
as a
saying
very serious question.
nothing of the Quran was forgotten. Muji says that. Like God doesn't allow people to just forget these words.
Mhm.
Unless it comes to the Bible, Muji might say. Like,
No, but look, I have been actually.
Yeah, why not? Because some of the verses are not very specific. So
I have to say, wait. I have to say it because actually we know that I don't have anything against Christianity and so on, and I've been
you just
saying
bash it the whole time. Yes, we
no,
know.
no, of course not.
left and right.
Muji.
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because
Absolutely corrupted and all kinds of stuff.
no, just because it came up, Idris, and I've been talking about it on what was that reasons answers, recent answers, yeah. And I said that it is not about bashing Christianity; it's about fighting against these extremist Muslims who don't find the stoning adulterers in the Quran, and they right away say, "Look, it is in the Bible and the Torah." Okay, because they couldn't enter it in Quran. Quran was protected, and that's why they refer it in the Bible and Torah, and that's why I say these verses absolutely were not from the most loving God. I say that the verse about Jesus said, "The one who has no sin threw the first stone." That's from Jesus, but not stoning adulterers. Those. Okay, I said.
But
You'd
Muji,
be
their
right
argument is a
if
little bit
we're
messed up.
talking about
Muji. Their
the
argument
Torah without
doesn't work.
the
Martin.
Mishnah. If you have the Mishnah, then you have no problem because the Mishnah explains what's going on.
Well, what is Mishnah?
All of these commands to stone, all of these, all require one thing. In order to carry out capital punishment in Judaism, if we're going with the Mishnah properly,
Okay.
you must be sinless to carry out these punishments. Guess what? No one's sinless, so no one should be stoning anyone.
Okay.
That's what Jesus was pointing out. That's the irony
Muji,
here.
Okay.
Them running to the Bible is Muji is like a guy say they have a verse that says kill your firstborn, Muji, and then they run to the but Abraham was commanded to kill his firstborn, so we have to follow it. Muji, it has
But
nothing
no,
to do.
but
They take it
Abraham
out of
told not to touch a hair
context
on his
and
head. Wait,
who
what's
was
going on?
given.
Do you
They
think
take it
he
out of
was-
context, and it's not towards them. It was for the Israelites.
Do you think he was doing the right thing? The right thing, Martin?
Yes.
Really?
Anything God commands is right by definition.
But why?
I think he misunderstood
because
what God commanded. I think that's what
God
happened.
only commands good things. While you can't see perhaps what's good about it, but later you see what the good comes from it. So he sees the whole
My question
thing.
is, did Abraham misinterpret God? That's my question. Because the word sacrifice in Hebrew has multiple meanings.
It was pointing towards Jesus coming. So
I know
God did command
the
it,
way
and he wanted to
Christians
show.
interpret it. I know
think
that.
I think he wanted to show as well. He's not like the other gods. They also commanded child sacrifice and stuff like that. But God shows that he's not like them. He stops it. He allows Abraham to take his son, and then he stops it when he realizes, like when he sees Abraham wanting to do it.
I think
to show
God
that
was-
he's not like the gods that allow this stuff.
That's one reason, but I think the other reason is that
There's multiple reasons.
he wanted to see if he would actually sacrifice in that manner, or if he would understand that the other form of sacrifice in Hebrew also refers to dedication towards God. That's the other way you can sacrifice something. You don't actually have to kill it to sacrifice something. And unfortunately, he went down the path of actually committing the act of killing. And that's why the angel had to stop him.
Some people say that Abraham was probably thinking as well that God would just raise his child from the dead, like because he made promises.
Yeah, there's that. And actually, there
child.
are some Jewish interpretations, and there are some textual traditions in which Abraham actually did kill Isaac, and God raised him from the dead. There are textual traditions of that.
But even if a person is raised from the dead, you still attacked that person. It still feels pain as it dies.
Mm.
Yes.
And you are doing that because God commanded.
Okay, now
You have to see the total picture, though, because firstly, God didn't allow him to go through with it. So I don't agree that God allowed him to kill the child and then raised him.
So let's say you're right, and there's a bigger picture that we can't see, and there's a good reason for that. But
there's multiple good reasons.
Okay, that's good, but I personally am not God. I don't know those reasons.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, say I am Abraham, right, and I am told to kill my firstborn. The problem is still there, because how can I be sure that not that I am interpreting?
You better make 100% sure.
What if, say I am Abraham? I'm a human. I'm capable of error.
Sure.
Right?
That's why Abraham was probably 100% sure, because God multiple times came and spoke with him and showed him miracles. He showed him miracles to prove that he's God. Like, he gave him the son in the first place, which was a miracle as well.
But you said probably. Isn't
There's
that
actually something else that
no, but it definitely came to him multiple times.
Excuse me, do you remember that Abraham actually said that him and his son would return? Don't you remember that? It's as if he already knew that Isaac wouldn't die. Wait a minute, what's going on here?
So my point is, we can't be sure that he made sure, and even if we are Abraham, we still can't be sure. We could be wrong.
Abraham even prophesied the return of his own son after the sacrifice. Yes. So that tells us one thing. He probably knew what was going on.
If you want to be ultra skeptical,
but he had an idea of what was happening.
You can be crazy skeptical about everything, and even there's people that doubt their own existence and all kinds of stuff. They are so skeptical that you can't prove anything to them.
Yeah,
it's like
nothing
the flat earthers, you know. Whenever you show evidence,
for God. It's the only thing that exists.
A good point.
We don't exist. God only exists.
But I mean, when it comes to something this, let's say, delicate or this important as killing your own son, I think a very high level of skepticism is like.
Yeah, it's good. That's why I think he had skepticism. That's why even when God came to his wife and him and told them they're gonna have a son at their massive old age, his wife started laughing and had skepticism. He's like, what this? She was laughing. And she thought this is impossible. It's like super skeptical that this is gonna happen. And then it did that.
Abraham is the one who's looked with what's the word, with with grace in upper hand. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
I think Abraham really misinterpreted what God meant by sacrifice firstly, but I think that was intentional. I think God intended Abraham to misunderstand him. Because I truly think that God meant for Isaac to be dedicated to him, not to actually be killed. That's my interpretation of what God was asking for. But Abraham, being a former pagan, did not understand that. He was still thinking, how do people dedicate their sons in pagan traditions that he came from? Well, sacrifice.
Martin, we agree he did wrong.
What?
We both agree he did wrong.
What do you mean?
I agree that he should not have.
No, he was
the way he interpreted God. That's my opinion.
No,
that's two against one, Martin.
Yeah,
we must be right because there's more.
But
Now,
But I will say that
What
God
argument?
purposefully
Just
worded
like
it in a way
Muji
that
says we
we
are
know
millions,
Abraham
and
would
then
misinterpret.
checkmate.
Why does
We're
he do
millions,
that?
checkmate.
That,
We're
no,
millions, checkmate.
that's a good
Checkmate.
point. That's
We're
a
now
good
let me
millions.
point,
tell you.
Muji.
Yeah, let me
Wait,
tell
wait. Let me show you the picture that we're millions, just to prove that we're millions.
Now,
Well, he's
let me
making a
say,
good point.
yeah,
Yeah.
let me say something. Okay, I believe that. Okay,
We're
the
millions.
okay now the reason. Okay, guys, Martin, look, the reason of that story is because of what Muslims do now in Mecca. Okay, that this story should come up. That it wasn't meant at all from the beginning that he sacrificed his son. That we Muslim go to Mecca, and when we sacrifice that sheep, it is the symbol of what Abraham did. That we are ready to sacrifice not our sons, that our sons or children are the most precious thing in our life. That when we, experience the equality with those dress of equality in Mecca, and we say to God that I accept it, okay, and I then reject the opposite of the equality, then my God asked me to sacrifice, okay, to promise him by sacrificing that sheep, I promise him that I will sacrifice my precious things for that equality which I promised. One of the precious is my personal life, my Lamborghini, for many people, their luxury in life that you have to sacrifice because in that equal world, we don't have these luxuries that exist in this, satanic world. So that's why we have to be able to sacrifice. And for bringing that, that equality, to make it happen, we might need to fight. Okay, we might need to fight those who are against our ideas, against our belief. So we might need to
That's
send
why
our
Muji fights me, right?
yes. Sorry, no. I mean, then we have to, for example, like Iranian regime now, okay, is fighting us. Then we have to send our sons, sacrifice, or even let's say Ukrainian. They have to send their sons, their children to fight against Russians. Okay, that's a sacrifice. That's again is exactly the symbol of what Abraham was doing. Okay, for a higher power that you are ready to sacrifice in this way, not that you put him and chop off his head. Okay, that's a sacrifice. You know that your son is going to fight and he might not come back. Okay, so you must be ready for such a moment. Okay, that's why you do that. You promise God that when comes such a moment, I will sacrifice my son. Okay, I will sacrifice my daughter in this way, that they go and fight. You don't say that, no, let's run away. Let's not fight back. Okay, but
Muji,
what?
the awesome thing in the Bible is instead of we sacrificing our son, God did it for us, Muji. That was what Abraham was pointing to. Even Abraham said that God will provide a lamb. And instead of his son, God provided a ram, not a lamb. So the lamb still had to come because he's a prophet, Muji, according to Islam as well.
Yes.
Abraham is a prophet.
The Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, Jesus Christ.
Yes, exactly.
We know.
So in the New Testament, you'll see John the Baptist saying, "This is the Lamb," that even Abraham was talking about.
Okay.
Abraham was talking about this Lamb that takes away the sins of the world that's gonna come and take Isaac's place.
Okay.
Yes, the angel that redeemed him that will redeem him from all evil, according to him.
So anyway,
Muji, if you go with all the other prophets,
yeah,
rather go with all the other prophets, Muji, then you're on the right path, Muji. You say over and over, show me the right path,
yes.
Muji.
Over.
God said in the Bible, I am the right path, Muji. He said it. You ask over and over, show me the right path.
Yeah.
God says over and over in the Bible, I am the way.
Jesus says,
He's
"I'm the
right
way,
path.
the truth, and the life.
Yes.
No one
yes.
comes to the Father but by me." Yes,
He's
that's
the
what
right
he says.
path. So
So
go
he's
by his
supposed to be the
prophets,
right
Muji.
path. Do you follow that path?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
Do you follow that path that Jesus was saying?
I follow the path that Quran has taught me. Yes, that the right way is equality. Okay, and that's the right path for me. That get rid of the inequality. The right path is a world without all bad deeds, and I don't believe that path will happen unless we get rid of this inequality, this jungle law, jungle system. So that's what God wants to guide us to. All right. So
What
this is
about
what I
Quran
believe.
verses, Muji? Like, judge by the gospel,
Mhm,
and you have nothing to stand unless you stand by the gospel
mhm.
and everything that's revealed to you by your Lord.
Okay.
That's what it says to us, Muji,
All
to
right.
the
What verse
Christians.
is that?
But we
It's in
are
the
not.
Quran. Just type. Okay, I'll give you the verses.
I know that. I know.
Yeah, Muji knows it. He
Yes,
knows
yes.
it from the head.
I
Yes,
don't know the
I
verse.
yes, I know that that's regarding
to you.
yes regarding Christian and Jews that they have to, because we are because Quran as well says that your religion for you, my religion for me. Okay, so I have to follow according my religion for judgment. Okay, understand? So it is not that I have to go through according Bible and Torah to judge. So when
Muji, it's Surah
Quran
5, verse 68.
Mhm.
Say, O prophet, O people of the book, you have nothing to stand on
Yeah, you see
unless you
that
observe the Torah and the gospel and what has
you
been
see that it
revealed to
say
you from
oh yeah it said oh people of the book, so it is referring to the people of the book that they have to judge according those books. But we who have become Muslim, we have to judge according Quran. So that's why we say also your religion is for you, my religion is for me. So we have to go according to Quran.
And here's another surah.
Mhm.
Surah 5, verse 47. And let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein.
Mhm.
So
Yes, of
we
course.
have to judge by what
Mhm.
God has revealed in the gospel.
Yes, and
And
all right.
so Muji needs to convert to Christianity. That's what.
Hallelujah.
He needs to judge by the. He needs to judge by the gospel.
Okay. No, it says the people of the book. Okay.
Yeah, Muji, you are a person of the
refers
book
to
as
the
well,
people of the
Muji.
book.
Yes.
Yeah, Muji, you have read the book. You have read some of the book.
Yes, and
You have
doesn't the
opened the book.
Quran even tell Muhammad, according to mainstream Islam at least, that he needs to go to the people who read the book before him? Wait, what book does he have that he's reading that he has to go to the people of the book? That's interesting.
Muji, do you follow Jesus?
I have said always love one another. That's
So you
Jesus.
follow Jesus.
Yeah,
Because
I
it
follow
says in
Jesus.
the Quran that those who follow Jesus will be made superior to those who disbelieve till the day of the resurrection.
Mhm.
You
And I
know
have
that
said
verse.
yes, I have said many
So follow
times.
Jesus, Muji.
Anton, what do you guys think about the verse I posted in the private chat from the Quran? Just curious.
What?
The what now?
I posted a verse in the private chat. I wonder what you guys think of this.
Is he having for himself a son, for whom everything in the heavens and everything on the earth? And I don't understand it exactly, but I have to, read it closer.
Can you open it up in your version of the Quran, Muji? Surah 4, verse, that the surah you just gave, the surah.
Let's
So
see
we
that.
can read it in your corrupted version.
Which version is not the corrupted one?
I mean, it's not
Muji version. He's gonna one day write it for us, right, Muji?
No, there is no.
Mine is this is from a word by
You should
word
start
translation.
a new
I say,
Muslim.
I say that the translation can be corrupted, not the Quran is not corrupted. The translation can be, they add.
And interestingly, this
but hold on.
translation says that Allah has a son.
No,
Wait a minute.
But hold on.
And this son is our advocate. Wait a minute. Does that sound like anything you guys know, Martin and Anton? What religion does that sound like?
Idris, are you sure you're using the right translation?
For 170.
It must be Muji approved.
This is a very literal
This channel-
translation.
Hold on, because
I don't think it's Muji approved. This translation.
Muji said it's a problem with the translations, but the Arabic is one. But earlier, Martin told us how there are multiple versions of original Arabic, not the translations. So
yes.
No, there are very slight, slight things
Muji knows about it.
that it doesn't show. Okay, that there are slight
different
slight-
Qurans. So
Yeah.
they've been lying to Muslims all these years and saying there's just the one version. There's no different Qurans.
yeah, what about that?
Yeah, it's a lie. They were
I mean,
lying
one
to
of them
Muslims.
has to be better than all the others, right?
No, this is
One gets used more than others.
No, I say this is the other version. The main version is what we are reading, but there is I think one or two other version that is very slightly different, which doesn't make any difference. Okay, for example, wait.
So what
For
if it
example,
were to make a big difference?
No, we have been reading that. For example, one when Prophet Muhammad is talking, so you don't understand that in one it says me, another one is talking in a way that it is God, which doesn't make any difference. Understand that who is talking?
So,
Okay.
so I have this verse that Idris brought up. Do you want to read it? Although I don't know if my version of the Quran is the best.
Can I show different versions of the Quran? Yeah.
Yes.
And are the readings differ?
Yes. Can you
That would be
actually
nice.
show us Corpus Quran's word-by-word translation, and you'll see exactly why this is translated this way.
Do you guys know this guy?
I do not know.
Okay,
I
it's not
don't
fast.
know this guy.
Okay, can I play?
Put it in speed different
2.
so you don't get a strike, Martin.
Okay. No, this guy won't strike us.
They say there is only one Quran in Arabic, and there are no other versions of it, and it has been perfectly preserved. They additionally claim the Quran we have today is identical to the one revealed to Muhammad. In this Muslim publication, A Brief Illustrated Guide to Understanding Islam, it says in chapter 1, not one letter of the Quran has been changed over the centuries. In fact, the Quran itself claims in chapter 15, verse 9, وَإِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ, which means, verily we, meaning Allah, it is we who have sent down the dhikr, meaning the Quran, and surely we will guard it from corruption. Notice the footnote at the bottom. It says, it is a clear fact that more than 1,400 years have elapsed, and not a single word of this Quran has been changed. In this video, I will expose and refute those claims. The truth is, there are actually many Arabic Qurans, and yes, we can rightfully refer to them as different versions. I have 2 versions right here. This one is the reading of Asim, transmitted by Hafs, and it's the most popular Quran used today. This one is the reading of Abu Amr, transmitted by Ad-Duri, used in Africa, particularly in Sudan and parts of West Africa. For the rest of this video, I will simply refer to these Qurans as either Hafs or Duri. I will now display variants from these different Qurans to prove the Muslim claims are wrong.
What?
And the different version that I know is the Warsh. So that's yet another one. Sorry.
Yeah, there's multiple.
Go ahead.
I've taken pictures, labeled them according to the Quran version, with chapter and verse number, and I've underlined the variants for you in blue. Please note the Hafs and Duri Qurans follow a different verse numbering system, but the variants displayed here are actually the same verse in the same chapter. So let's begin. Variant number 1, Quran chapter 2, verse 271 says, if you disclose your charitable expenditures, they are good, but if you conceal them and give them to the poor, it is better for you. And he will remove from you some of your misdeeds thereby, and Allah, with what you do, is fully acquainted. Now let's read the Arabic. إن تبدوا صدقات فنعما هي وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم من سيئاتكم والله بما تعملون خبير. Notice here the Hafs Quran says, he will remove, or yukaffir. But the Duri says, we will remove, nukaffir. In the Hafs Quran, the variant is a third person masculine singular imperfect verb, but in the Duri Quran, it's a first person plural imperfect verb. Notice also, according to these 2 readings, these 2 words begin with different letters. The letter nun in the Duri Quran, nukaffir, and the letter ya in the Hafs, yukaffir. So this is an example of an actual consonantal difference that changes the meaning of the word. In addition, this variant actually leads to a serious theological problem. You see, Islam teaches that when Allah speaks in the plural we, he does so to express his power, because plurality expresses more power than the singular does. Muslims call this the plural of majesty. An example is Quran chapter 75 verses 1 to 4. In other words, when Allah speaks in the plural using we, he's expressing his multiplicity of power. The third person singular does not emphasize the power of God like the first person plural does. So there is a theological difference here between these two Qur'ans. Therefore, theologically speaking, in this verse, Allah is more powerful at removing sins in the Duri Quran than he is in the Hafs Quran. So my question is, which Allah is more powerful? The Allah in the Hafs Quran or the Allah in the Duri Quran? Variant number 2. Quran chapter 2 verse 10 says, there is a sickness in their hearts which Allah has increased. For them there is a painful punishment because they lie. Now let's read the Arabic. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. Notice here the Hafs Quran says they lie or yakthibun, but the Duri says they accuse others of lying. Yukadhibun. So my question is the punishment because these people lie or because they accuse others of lying? Clearly these two meanings are not exactly the same. Variant number 3, Quran chapter 6 verse 115 says, and the word of your Lord has been fulfilled in truth and in justice. None can change his words, and he is the all-hearer, the all-knower. Now let's read the Arabic. وَتَمَّتْ كَلِمَةُ رَبِّكَ صِدْقًا وَعَدْلًا لَا مُبَدِّلَ لِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَهُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ. Notice here the Hafs Quran says word or kalima, but the Duri says words or kalimat. In the Hafs Quran, the variant is a feminine singular noun, but in the Duri Quran...
But would you check all those dots and everything? If you just start making one mistake there, then you start getting these problems. You understand? There's this one, you just miss a dot or something, then you have these problems in this Quran.
I say, yes, I said from beginning, for me, these are not main problem.
But the lies,
how he called himself, how he called himself.
People are spreading lies.
No, I say that it doesn't change the main meaning of the verse, and I said from beginning these are slightly differences, and he said himself the main book is the Hafs, okay, that almost everybody. The other one is just Egyptian and some in Africa.
What about the Warish?
Sorry?
Or the Warish
is multiple, yeah.
No, the Warish, I say the Warish, I think it is in Egypt, yeah. They are not, he said himself, the Hafs is the main, the main Muslim word, follow the Hafs.
Most people
and
use
even,
it.
Yes. And even if they said, even if they followed the other one, I see no much problem in that they, okay.
What if there's
Yes, and my translation was a translation of the Hafs, by the way, just so you guys know.
Yes. Most translations that we are checking, everything is from the Hafs, and then I said that I don't see myself any, big issue that who remove, for example, the sins. Allah, as he was explaining, okay. The
yeah,
sins
but there's
will be
bigger
removed.
problems than that. That's just one.
Can
No,
you
I
put
said-
the link of
But
this
so-
video in the private chat?
Okay.
Martin, please.
Okay, should I stop sharing?
Yes.
So the first example, I think I agree with Muji on the first one because it doesn't seem like it's too much of a difference.
Yeah, but you get harder worse examples where there's actually problems, where it actually makes problems.
Can you
Okay,
please
I'm gonna send it.
send it to us?
Yes,
We will check it later.
I'll
Because
put it on the.
we
But
have to
there's more. He made more videos of this
Yeah,
because there's
there's
multiple.
more examples.
Yeah, there's multiple. That's just part one.
Um,
There's multiple
I
parts of
think
this
many
videos because of how
Muslims
many.
have been twisting the Quran with their tongues. I think that's the problem we have in Islam.
And lying. That's saying there's no other
Yeah.
Quran, no other Arabic
That
Qurans.
too. But the verse I
nothing.
showed you is a perfect example of what Muslims have been trying to twist. They say that Allah doesn't have a son, yet
no, but
I
let
clearly
me
show from the Quran he has a son.
No, Idris, I read for you now here. It says that the verse says, people of the book, do not be excessive in your beliefs and do not say anything about God except the truth. The Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, is the messenger of God. His word conveyed to Mary and a spirit from him. Believe in God and his messenger and do not say three. Stop this for your own good. God is only one God. So exalted is he in his glory from having a son. Okay, everything belongs to him that is in the heavens and on earth. None is as worthy to trust as he. Okay, so Anton, did you see in this verse anywhere God says that he has a son?
No,
Because he clearly,
that's exactly what I was going to ask Idris.
clear.
Because
That's why it's a
Yes,
different God, Muji.
use a word by word
That's why it's a
translation,
different
and you'll
God.
see that
Wait,
there are
wait.
words that are actually been added in the translation you use. There are actually
No.
words added.
No, it
The
says that
translation I have is a literal translation. This is a literal word for word translation.
no, I say that
but
here.
that does
Yeah, here it says that God has no son.
That I have is a literal word for word translation. Your translation is one of the more common translations.
The corrupted
I-
one.
This here
Okay,
is a
so
I have
translation.
several
that
I have
So
several
you have your
translations
own,
on my
your
screen.
own. Yeah, so
and
you have
none
your
of
own
them-
translation. Yeah,
none
none
of
of
them
them.
say that
look up
Jesus is son
this verse
of
on Corpus
Allah.
Quran.
But can you, because
What
word by
version are
word.
you using?
wait. Even you have put the verse in the private chat. You have removed the beginning of the verse. Okay, you
Why
have
is
put
that?
Yes, I
God's.
did because I tried to post this before, but it wouldn't send the whole verse.
How about
Yeah,
the chat?
there's
In
a
the
limit.
private- No, in the
There's a
chat.
limit with
No,
them.
sorry. In the private chat, there is no limit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there
okay,
actually is. I tried.
It's okay. Here it says it's a.
Or just cut it in 2 comments.
No,
Just
wait,
put
wait.
it in 2 comments.
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it in 2 comments.
Yes. It says that all people in the chat you have put, all people of the book do not commit excesses in your religion or say about Allah except the truth. Indeed, all Al-Masih Isa ibn Maryam is Rasulullah, means prophet, and
Messenger.
yes, messenger, and the word from him, which he sent down into Maryam, and the spirit from him. So believe in Allah, even in his apostle. Do not say three. It is better for you to desist. Indeed, Allah is one deity. Glorified is he in having for himself a son, for whom everything in the heavens is exactly the one I read. Okay.
Yeah.
So
let
Did you
me read
notice?
a different.
sorry.
Notice what?
Rather than the word "in having for himself a son," that phrase actually implies he has a son. The problem is
Which one? Can you repeat?
the way that the mainstream Islam has twisted this. In having has been twisted to mean not having in mainstream Islam. So I
which
took
one?
a literal translation of that word, which is actually in having.
Idris, it says in this way that
which part?
No, look, my Anton, she says that glorified is he in having for himself a son. She says that this is the meaning of this is what is it, that Allah has a son, but Allah says in reality, first he said that I don't have a son. Don't say like this. First he says, and then he continue and say he is more glorified, he's bigger than that to have a son. That's the meaning of that part, that he's bigger than what you think that he has a son. He doesn't have a son. He's so great that he cannot have a son. It is not possible. So
but
that's
Muji, sons by the tons, like the Muslims like to say in the Bible. Sons by the tons, Muji. Like from the beginning, he was identifying Israel as his son. He was saying to the Pharaoh, "Let go of my son." So it seems like it's a different God.
If you say that Allah has no son, according to these verses, to this verse in particular, then you know what? You have a problem, because both the Torah and the Gospel say Allah has a son. And this verse agrees with the Torah and the Gospel. Otherwise, Allah is contradicting himself. So, the way I'm reading it makes more sense in line with the Torah and the Gospel. does it not?
But Idris is
hold
trying to
on.
save Islam. That's the
but
problem.
Quran doesn't.
That's
yeah,
a
No, but
that's a
I-
problem, Idris. You're trying to save Islam. The problem
I'm not trying to
is
save Islam. I'm pointing out what
Yeah, you
Islam
are.
actually teaches.
I just
But-
don't agree
you're trying
with
to
Idris.
save it.
Look, if I
look
read
at,
the different versions,
Islam is corrupted.
leaving that aside, in this particular verse, it says that God is far above from
Yes.
having a son.
Exactly.
Let's
Yes,
do
that's
something.
what
And
one second.
you are telling us that that's not the correct meaning.
Because he wants
Why
to
not?
save Islam. He wants
But
to save
wait,
Islam, like I
wait,
said.
Martin, wait.
Why is that how come
I mean,
this
he-
interpretation, which is
Yes. What did he say?
wild,
From his profile pic, you can
can I
see he
share my
wants to be a
screen?
Muslim and a Christian.
Yes,
You
Anton.
can see he wants to.
Yeah, so you can show your screen.
No,
But Anton, he
wants it
said
to fit.
in the beginning that he doesn't have a son, okay? And there he cannot suddenly change his word and say, yes, I have a son, okay? It is very clear. He said that you say that I have a son. No, I don't have a son. I'm more glory than having a son, okay? Let me share it, okay? Here. Okay?
You have to zoom in,
Can you
Majid.
zoom in a little bit?
Oh. Okay, let me zoom in. Sorry about that.
But yes, most Muslims say he has no son and all kinds of stuff.
Let's
So it
scroll
shows
down to
he's
the
a
part
different-
that's important, where it
Not
talks
yet.
about his son.
Martin, all Muslims say that, not most.
Not this Muslim.
But she's something, I don't know, she said.
She's not a she, it's a guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just stopped correcting people because
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, because somebody was also thinking hourglass is
There's the part. Glory be to him.
Glory be to him. Here's the word that. And what word is added here? They add
Yeah.
should. But if you actually know if we look at what this word actually means, you'll find something very interesting.
Okay, but you said that, okay, he says glory to him, okay, but
Yes.
because he's explaining
He has
okay, but
for him a son.
Can you
Yeah,
move
but-
right? Can you move right to the rest of the? What does it say? Third person what? Upward. Upward. Go down. Right. There we go. No, up. Can you go back up?
okay, here, yeah. Stop
Yeah.
here. Stop here. Person, masculine, singular, perfect.
Singular
Okay.
perfect verb.
But I said that you tell me that Allah contradict himself in one verse. First, he said,
Is there more to the right? More text? Or is that
More text to the right. No.
no, I don't think so.
What is
Idris,
singular
you're-
imperfect? Is it
Sorry,
present,
what?
present tense? Or what was the other word? Definitive? No. The other tense, I forgot. I'm
Which
not
one?
good
Which
with
one?
words.
Which one? Which one?
The verb having. I guess it's possessive.
This is a imperfect verb.
So does
So the
that
Quran is
really-
imperfect or what?
No,
No, just the verb.
imperfect tenses are. How do I really don't want to have to go and explain linguistics here. Yeah.
So-
But some Muslims don't understand the Quran, it seems like, or what?
So
Idris? Most Muslims don't understand what's going on there.
Okay, but anyway,
So here's my initial objection, and it would be better if I were to look into this more deeply. But if you were right, shouldn't it said had, HAD?
No, because did his son die? Yes, but was his son raised to himself? Yes, according to the gospel. So it's
No.
not had, it's has, is what it should say. But
No, but we're not talking about the object. It is not the sun. It's the haver of the sun. You see the difference? He had a son, different from he has a son.
His
so
son
it
is
says he
dead.
has for him or himself, depending on how you want to read that, because that can also be read as himself, a son. So either way, if you're taking it literally word for word what it says, it means that he has a son. If you want to go with most of the mainstream Islamic tradition, then there's a phrase that's added there to imply he doesn't have a son. Most translations I've read say, far be it from him to have a son. They add far be it to the text. Why? Because they know what it actually says, but they don't want that. So they have to edit.
But as I have said it many times, Idris, we have to put not just take one verse of Quran. We have to put all verses together. There are multiple verses in Quran that says
And
Allah
multiple
says,
in the Bible.
no, that Allah says that Allah doesn't have son. Okay, so that's why
I can find a verse
There's
that
multiple in the Bible, Mujib,
seems
that
to
says he
say
does.
that actually.
but
I
I'm
know a
talking.
verse in the Quran that says that Allah does. Well, that says that what's the name? Oh, Rahman. Oh, man does not have a son. But here's the interesting thing: the most merciful in Arabic-speaking Christianity is a title for Jesus, not for Allah. So that's the kind of misunderstandings that I see happening within mainstream Islam. Because this was originally a Christian text that's been grossly
Idris,
misunderstood.
yeah, but Idris, you're trying to fit Islam and Christianity together, and they don't fit.
I'm not trying to fit
unfortunately.
them together. I'm trying
And
to bring this.
you either have to choose.
But you're
If you want to
saying,
serve, you have to choose. Take this day to choose
Yeah.
who you want to serve: either Allah, the God of Islam, or the God of Abraham, Isaac, and
They're one
Jacob.
God.
found
Wait,
in the Bible.
wait, they're one God.
You have to choose. You have to choose, Idris.
How do I
Yeah,
choose?
it
Do I,
was-
do I choose
You have
God
to
or God?
choose.
trying-
Who's
Let me
the
ask you
better
something.
God? Who's
Should I
the
choose God or
greatest
should I
God?
choose God?
No.
Why are you
God or
trying
God?
to
Choose
make
the
it
better
fit?
God.
The Quran
Which God?
inside
It's
Christianity.
totally God. It's
You
one.
can even see from the text, God sounds totally different in Islamic text than the God in the Bible. Sounds like a totally different God.
Actually, the Quranic
He doesn't
text
talk the same.
sound
He doesn't
is
sound the
actually
same.
very reminiscent of what was very common amongst Arabic-speaking
doesn't do the same.
Christians of the 6th and 7th centuries.
I know it's reminiscent, but they are not compatible with one another. Why
I
are
agree,
you trying
Actually,
to
they
fit
are,
one
because if you
inside
actually-
the other?
They're very much compatible if you actually if you actually know the
What if
history
they
of the
are
Quran.
different? Idris, what if they are different? Which God would you choose? Say they are different, Muji and Idris. Which God would
If
you
we're talking
choose?
the traditional
Islamic God?
Islamic, if we're talking about standard Islam, the mainstream is the standard Islamic narrative, which
Yes.
we can abbreviate as sin.
Dear Allah.
I would reject it because the
Yes.
standard Islamic narrative is full of
Has
holes.
holes in it.
Yeah, there are holes in it. And that's
Yeah,
not just,
just like
something
in
I'm
your-
saying. That's something that
Just like in your arguments. In your arguments, there's holes. I can clearly see
no,
there's
there are
massive
no
holes
holes
here.
in my argument. If you know
Yes,
the
massive
Arabic,
holes.
Yes, there are. Look, I mean,
Yeah. Even an atheist
I'm
can
sorry,
see it.
but I agree with Martin. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting. This is an interesting verse, and it's worth looking into. But I just don't think it's the case. Like, why try to make both fit together?
wait a minute. Here's the other reason.
Because he
Does
wants
the
to follow in
Quran
Muji's
say that it
footstep.
confirms the Torah and the Gospel. If so, does it make sense for the Quran to be contradicting the books that it's claiming to confirm? Does that make sense?
You know what?
Anyone who thinks that the Quran is
almost three,
true
Muji. It's
would
almost
have
three.
to
Muji
assume
wants to say
either Allah is a liar or he's being honest. If he's being honest, then this is the only way you can read this.
We reached the tree.
Yes, we
Yeah, we don't
do
want
not
to
say
go.
3, Munji.
We don't
We
want
just
to
read.
pass.
Do not say 3. You already
You don't want to. We don't want to invoke demons or.
Yes.
No, we
The
have
religion of Abraham is one.
Yes,
The religion of God is one. Why do you think? Haven't you noticed? I follow things that I have beliefs that are held by the Jews. I have beliefs held by Christians. I have beliefs
is
held by Muslims. Why? Because the
You're
religion
all
is
over the
one.
place, it seems.
Okay,
No,
Martin.
it's one.
Martin, the
One
tree is
religion.
It's 3 people watching, Muji, and it's almost 3. We're waiting.
no,
It's
now
still
4
10
people.
seconds.
Okay. So we have to wrap it
We
up.
have to kick someone, Muji.
We have to wrap it. No, we have to wrap it up before it is now 3. Okay, take
Yes,
care,
Muji.
everybody, and thank you for being here. Before we go, a reminder.
May God
and thank
bless,
you.
Muji.
May God
God
bless you.
bless all you guys.
We can talk
May you
more
see how
next
great
week.
the God is.
Peace be
in the
upon you
Bible.
all.
Peace be
Thank you.
upon you all. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you for
Take care.
having
God bless
me.
Anton.
Yes.
God bless
Thank you
Muji.
for being here,
God
Anton.
bless Idris.
God bless you
And
all.
even Syed. And even
Yes.
Syed.
God bless you, Sayed. Okay. Assalamu
Okay.
alaikum, everybody. Thank
Good
you.
night, guys. Enjoy your
Yeah,
night.
good night.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Take care. Bye.